Hello everybody and welcome to Filbert Flies. Nice to see so many of you here early. Hello Sue, hello Dave McKee, hello Flightzilla and Jason and Dazza. It's lovely to see you all. Yes, bit of Irish music to get us in the mood for today's flight to Dublin and back again for the first time. 2 flights on one stream. Don't say I don't ever do anything special for you. So as you can see, we're parked up at Heathrow, Terminal 5, stand 508. And today's flights are special because the aim is to raise a little bit of money for Irish community rapid response.
Security and safety checks are all done. Oh, you get to start
I'll
boarding.
let her speak first.
Start boarding.
Okay.
Which provides Ireland's only air ambulance service. So VATéir are doing 24 hours coverage around Dublin. And of course this is my first VATSIM flight. So we will be speaking to them when we get to Dublin, and there's all the details you need if you'd like to donate in the description of my YouTube video. And there are prizes to be won as well. So exciting times. Anyway, you'll notice that I've started setting up. I'm just going to switch on the APU, seeing as we're boarding passengers. And then we'll start looking at getting our clearance, checking the weather, and all of that sort of thing. Yes, this is the default Heathrow scenery from the Premium Deluxe version. Hello LDR in flight, nice to see you, welcome to the stream. So I'm going to level with you. I am slightly nervous of VATSIM still. I've done about 10 flights with them and I usually get most things right, but it may mean that I can't respond to your comments quite as quickly as I usually do, because I have to concentrate very hard just to listen to what everyone's saying and work out what I'm supposed to say next. So these liveries are... well, these are all online VATSIM pilots, and there is some limited model matching available, which British AvGeek has put together. You can find out about it on his YouTube channel, but I'll also try and post a link later on when we're underway. So yeah, if you're flying on VATSIM, this is the sort of traffic you can expect to see on a Sunday afternoon. Anyway, onwards. So we are connected to power, the APU is starting, and it's time to start setting up the MCDU. Now I have imported the flight plan from SimBrief. Good afternoon, Stuart. So we'll start off with the init page as usual. You'll see some of this is pre-filled for us. And today we are flying as Speedbird 836 or BA836, and our call sign is going to be Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. I'm not entirely sure if you can put all of that in the flight number field. Let's try. Yes, you can. Excellent. Yeah, they do keep giving, I know. I'm going to try and import our return flight plan from SimBrief to see if that works. I've tried it before. I've heard that you can only do 1 flight plan per session, which is why I've imported this one from SimBrief in the hope that that one will be imported via the MCDU. Right, so I'm going to get the text ATIS using the MCDU here first off. So we go to ATSU, AOC menu, ATIS, and I've already set this up to, oh yes, we have to change this to EGLL. And we'll press send. So I've set this up to get the latest ATIS from VATSIM. It doesn't always work, it depends how they've set it up. I think it's all a little bit of a mystery to me. But hopefully when we see the company message pop up on the upper ECAM, that should mean if we go back to the AOC menu and receive messages that we have the ATIS, and here it is. So this is information Foxtrot. I know. Happy New Year to you too, Jason. Yeah, I've done a couple of flights to and from Heathrow. Yesterday's flight into Heathrow was quite stressful. I find departures less stressful than arrivals, so we'll see how it goes. If I get into trouble, I'll get into trouble. It's all right. So we have ATIS Foxtrot. I'm just going to write all of this down. We can expect departure from runway 27 right. Surface wind is 230 at 11. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Broken 2,100 feet. Broken 2,700 feet. Temperature is +10. Acknowledge receipt of information Foxtrot and report aircraft type and QNH on initial contact with Heathrow. So at the moment we do not have Heathrow ground clearance or tower, but what we do have is Heathrow Director on 119.725. Exactly, and I'm here to make mistakes so that you can learn from them as well. That is the aim of the game. I'm not here to show you absolutely perfect ATC comms. I'm here to do my best and hope we all learn something. Right, so let's contact Heathrow Director and get our clearance. So we'll switch to 119.725. And with my first call, I tend to write it all out in the scratch pad before I say it, which is perhaps a little bit OCD, but being new, I think it's quite sensible.
Speedbird 348 Kilo, request push and start.
Speedbird 348 Quebec, hold position.
348 Kilo, hold position.
Double 6 Echo, stand 507, push and start is approved, face north.
QNH 1012.
6 Echo.
Request clearance to Dublin. Right, okay, I've typed all that out, so now we wait for a break in the comms, and I'll once there's a break in comms, I'll say it.
719 Heathrow standby, break, speedbird 493 uniform, turn left, heading 300 degrees.
Turn left heading 300, Speedbird 493 uniform.
Heathrow Director, good afternoon. This is Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, type A320 on stand 508 with Foxtrot, QNH 1012, request clearance to Dublin.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, Heathrow Director standby, I'll call you back. Break, FedEx 169, route direct, begin, leave begin, heading 27.
So we'll stand by and wait for him to call us back.
Begin on 270 degrees heading.
I'm on 508, Mod Gamer.
Speedbird 493 uniform, speed 1.
Gave up with FX 2020 for a while. Oh, it's all good, Stuart. It is all good. I'll try and prove it in there.
Established December, the glide path.
I'll try and prove it.
Uniform.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about the 20-second update, but we'll see. They usually manage to break a few things, but then the fly-by-wire guys tend to fix them quite quickly, so we'll see.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, clear to Dublin, Compton 3 Foxtrot departure, Squawk 7504.
Clear to Dublin, Compton 3 Foxtrot departure, squawking 7504, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, just confirm Squawk 7504.
A-firm squawking 7504, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Speedbird 84 Delta, correct.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said the first time, but anyway. 7504. And we'll turn this to on. Right, so the APU started, we'll turn on the APU bleed, turn off the external power, and we'll come back down to the MCDU to finish setting up the flight plan page. Now this should all be set up correctly because this is what I planned for.
Compton 3 Foxtrot departure.
Compton 3 Foxtrot, runway 27 right. And we'll go over to the init B page. Import the 0 fuel weight and 0 fuel weight centre of gravity. Check our block fuel up here. I've actually taken a little bit more fuel than I need today because I expect Dublin's going to be busy, so we might have to hold. So we got an extra 40 minutes of fuel. Anyway, 7.5 tonnes it is. There we have it. And I'm going to go over to the performance page. I calculated these
Speedbird 493 uniform.
before I started streaming, just so that I'd have slightly less to do now.
Roger, taxi right, link 55, left Bravo, hold at Titan.
Transition altitude we get from the departure plate, and I think it's 6,000, yes it is. We're going to use 1500 and 3000 as our thrust reduction and acceleration altitudes. We're doing a flaps 1 takeoff with a flex takeoff temp of, where did I write it? There we are, 58. And that is us pretty much set up. The only other thing I have to do is have a quick look at the SID chart, and I will come to your messages once I've done this, and just check what altitude restrictions we have. So essentially we're going to be cleared up to 6,000 feet. That's easy enough.
FedEx 169, roger.
Yes, I am going to get the CRJ, definitely. And hello Zanis, nice to see you. 2021 is definitely going to be a good year for FS 2020, yes.
I don't have it set up at the moment.
I don't know, Samson, I've never used IVAL. I think it might be to do with training though. Oh, Barcelona to Tenerife, very nice flight.
Thank you, Chris from Naples. Max 61 Foxtrot departure, squawk 0730.
Yeah, release date would be good. A release date would be good. Right, so now we've got all of our cockpit preparation completed, we can run the before start checklist.
Before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
ADIRS.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
Set. Set.
Barrow ref.
1012 set.
1012 set. Down to the line.
And we'll complete the checklist below the line once we have everyone on board and we're ready for pushback. Can I just check, can you hear me over the ATC, or is the ATC a bit too loud? I'm not absolutely convinced I can do anything about it, but if it is a bit loud, I'll try and turn it down on my computer.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thanks.
Air Canada 849, put it ready for push to start.
Air Canada 849.
Okay, great. I'll leave it as it is then.
Push to start approved, face south, Air Canada 849.
Got 894 from Alpha, clear take off 27 right, 240 degrees 1, take off. Good take off from Alpha 5.
It does get very noisy with me talking and the ATC talking and the cabin announcements and everything. But yeah, this is life. Good afternoon, the Irish Aviator. Nice to see you. And hello, Simulation Gaming. Good, I'm glad sounds alright. Oh, I hope you're alright, Jason. I hope you're isolating because you've had contact rather than because you're actively sick. And that you get the chance to enjoy your time off, of course. Right. So what I'm going to do, obviously I'm using FS2 Cruise Flight Crew A320, that's saying we've got 10 minutes to departure. I'm just going to wind that forward a little bit.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yep.
Thanks, let me know if you need anything.
Foxtrot received with an A321 Neo and request the clearance to Zurich.
I don't think they have improved the scenery, but I've always thought this is one of the better default airports, to be honest. What I have downloaded, and you'll see this in the YouTube description, is a lighting patch, because last time we landed here after dark I couldn't see where I was going. So hopefully that'll provide us with some decent apron lighting.
Clear to Zurich, Maxi 1 Foxtrot departure and squawk 6706.
Okay, so our doors are closed. I'll turn on the beacon. And we'll complete the before start checklist.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On.
Before start checklist.
Finish land runway 27 left, wind 240, 13 degrees, speed at 493 uniform.
Okay, so we've completed the before start checklist and we're now ready to call for push and start, but there is an aircraft right behind us, so there's probably not much point in doing that yet. We'll wait for him to push off and then we'll do it. In the meantime, I'll catch up on your chat. Contact, yes, but thanks Kobe for the extended tested 2 days ago. Okay, well I hope you remain symptom free. How do I know the call sign is Speedbird 84 Delta Mike? Well, flight that has two call signs. Obviously we are also BA836, but that call sign, that identifier, you can find on Flight Radar 24. They give you both. Good afternoon, Lewis Gamer. Hi.
Facing north towards 348 kilo.
Confirm giving way.
They're giving way to 2 kilo.
Okay, let's let them know we're ready.
Heathrow Director, good afternoon. This is Camera 165 with information for control aboard stand 221. Type is A320 ready to copy IF4 clearance Dublin.
See, the whole world's going to Dublin.
I'll call you back. Break, FedEx 169.
And the aircraft registration number I also get from Flight Radar 24.
Runway 27 left from the north. Descend on the glide path.
After 245 and when established clear LS27 left, descending on the glide path. FedEx 169.
BA894, report your level.
893 all for 32,000 for 6,000.
BA894, thank you, climb and now, flight level 140.
This guy's got his hands full today. It's very busy.
Oh, actually, disregard, maintain altitude 6,000 feet on reaching, contact London Control 127.1.
Okay, 1271, goodbye to 894.
Bye.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, stand 508, ready for push and engine start QNH 1012.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, stand 508, start and push to face north.
Push and start approved, facing north, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Shamrock 7627 right, clear to takeoff. 240.
So facing north, we want to push back with the nose facing to the right.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Aircraft 849 ready to taxi.
Brakes, please.
American.
And mind you, let's just keep an eye on this guy because he seems to be pushing back right behind us potentially.
Left on Bravo and hold at where, Aircraft 849?
Aircraft 849, hold at Titan.
Left on Bravo, hold short at Titan, Aircraft 849.
Speedbird 826 after Titan, taxi link 21, link 22, and then
I'm just reluctant to start pushback until I at least have seen him stop. I think he maybe shouldn't have cleared us just yet. I don't know. No, that's alright, we've got room. Let's do it.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
And I'll start a turn nice and early to make certain that we don't come too close to that aircraft
You're
there.
cleared behind and start your engines at your discretion. Starting engine 1.
Speedbird 49327 left vacated.
Link 52, then is Yankee, stand 521.
I can't wait till we have a proper pushback utility that you don't have to actively control.
Alpha, link 52, then is Yankee, stand 521.
It's quite difficult when you're not at 90 degrees to estimate where you should start your turn.
Yankee, Speedbird 49321.
FedEx 169, exit to land 27 left, 240 degrees, 13
Bit of a wavy sort of a pushback, but this'll do us, close enough.
Shamrock 768, contact London Control 129.425.
The reason we don't have a tug, by the way, is because I had to slew to a different gate.
Set parking brakes, please.
26 Quebec, fit takeoff 27 right, southwesterly 1.
Parking brakes set.
Starting engine. Okay, the tow bar is disconnected and the equipment is clear. We will see you on the left side with the pin.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks, have a good flight. See you later.
Affirmative, we're ready to copy clearance Shamrock 165.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board today.
Thank you. What's the
This is
stand
your
number?
person speaking. Please direct
Stand
your
221,
attention
Shamrock
to the
165.
important safety.
Shamrock 165, clear to Dublin, Compton 3 Foxtrot departure, school 5016.
On board this aircraft.
Clears Dublin Visa Compton 3 Foxtrot.
So we'll just monitor our engine to start, and then we'll do our after start checklist, and then we'll be ready to continue.
Seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt.
And
Release
this
the
please
seatbelt.
do it like a
Lift the
taxi.
metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times.
333 Juliet taxi, straight ahead Bravo, holding Titan.
With exit signs and instructions to door operation. Each door is equipped
This
with
PT Juliet taxi straight ahead. This PT Juliet taxi straight ahead Bravo, holding at.
Okay, so that's 2 good engine starts.
Hold at Titan.
The cabin is pressurized.
Holding at Python and
There is a lock
straight
After
ahead
start
Bravo
checklist.
with
will open
PT
and
Juliet.
oxygen mask
Anti-ice.
will appear.
Set.
Remain
ECAM
seated with your
status.
seatbelt fastened
Checked.
and
Pitch
pull a
trim.
mask towards
Ah,
you
that's
without
something I always forget, and to date is no exception.
Oxygen will be is
We should
blowing
set
through
it to
the
a
mask.
23%.
Cover your nose and mouth with a mask.
Shamrock
Place the
719,
electric band
way
around
to the
your
Swiss
head and
20,
tighten
question
your belt
A320, sorry, A220,
Secure your
25% set.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Flight control check.
Full up.
Pull on the tabs.
Full down. Neutral. Full left.
If the jacket fails to inflate,
Full right.
use the
Neutral.
tube placed
Rudder.
in the neck.
Full left. Full
Canada
right. Neutral.
849, after Titan, taxi, link 2.
Okay, and while the co-pilot does his checks, we'll turn off the APU bleed, turn off the APU. Nose light to taxi.
Hold short Alpha 3, Air Canada 849.
Another aircraft taking off there.
Fire any intersection.
This is the other thing I love about VATSIM. It does feel like a busy real-world airport. That's also the thing I don't like about it, because it gets a bit stressful, but anyway.
Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Quebec, contact London Control 127.1.
127.1, taxi, 26 Quebec.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, ready for taxi.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, roger. Are you able to taxi on link 55 there, or are you too far forward?
AFM, we can make link 55, 84 Delta Mike.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, roger. Taxi link 55, then left on Bravo, hold at Titan.
Link 55, left Bravo and hold Titan. Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
K849 via Alpha 1, line up runway 27 right, and there will be one intersection to
Brake
pass
check.
ahead.
Pressure 0.
Roger that, it'll be Alpha 1, line up run 27 right, Air Canada 849.
Right, so we're going to try and make this link. I said we could, and I think we can, because this has a remarkably good turning circle.
Shuttle 3, correction, Swiss 33 Juliet. After Titan, taxi link 21, link 22, hold Alpha.
So this is where decent airport charts are really important, because Titan is only marked on the parking charts for this, certainly on Navigraph.
21, link 22, hold Alpha 2.
This is 33 Juliet, after Titan, link 22, link 21, hold at Alpha. This is 33 Juliet.
Hello Pablo, thank you very much.
Hold Alpha 2.
Yeah, holding Alpha 2, so it's 33 Juliet.
And while we are taxiing, I'm just going to try and spot where Titan is.
Echo is lined up runway
I see it.
27 right.
So we turn right. They've given us clearance on Bravo, which will take us all the way around to the right here. And Titan is right down near the 27 right threshold.
12 knots. Clear takeoff, runway 27 right, short 6 echo.
I'm going to taxi quite slowly to give me enough time to prepare for the takeoff.
Swiss 33 Juliet. Amendment to your taxi clearance. After Titan, taxi left.
So auto
on
brake
Alpha
max.
And hold at Alpha 4.
Takeoff config check. And we'll ding the cabin as well.
After Titan, now
Oops.
turning left on Alpha and holding Alpha 4.
Oh, that didn't work. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to do it twice.
169, vacating runway 7.
Didn't work either.
69.
Never mind. So we're away from the terminal area, so we can turn on our weather radar, predictive wind shear, and we'll set our transponder to TARA.
33 Juliet from Alpha 4, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff, surface wind 240 degrees, 12 knots.
Swiss 33 Juliet via Alpha 4, cleared takeoff, runway 27 right.
Then Canada 849, apologies, one more departure ahead, and then you're next.
No worries, mate, Air Canada 849, still holding position.
Takeoff check.
Oh dear, you used to be able to hit any of them.
Shamrock 79, request taxi.
You're right though, they've changed it.
Shamrock 79, 19 roger, I'll call you back, break treble 6, echo, contact London Control, 127.1.
Checked.
Checked. Flight
127.1,
instruments.
6 echo, cheers.
Checked.
Checked. checked.
Shamrock
Briefing.
719, taxi straight ahead.
Confirmed.
Then
Flat
Lima,
setting.
Hold at Lima 2.
Config 1 plus F.
Config
Bravo,
1
that's
plus
Lima,
F.
hold Lima 2,
V1,
Shamrock
VR, V2, flex temp.
I've done it, Flytress. No need to be rude. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all the changes in this mod, isn't it?
V1 153 VR 156 V2 157
V1, 153, VR, 156, V2, 157, ATC.
set.
ECAM memo.
Take off no blue.
Down to the line.
Caffel, you're here! Welcome, nice to see you. So you'll notice that the model matching is far from perfect. This uses IVAL models. They're working on a better one, or FS. What do they call it? Live Traffic Liveries, can't remember their acronym.
And director with 33 Juliet passing 2000, climb 4000.
Swiss 33 Juliet, thank you. Contact log control 129.425.
129.45 with 33 Juliet, thank you, bye.
And this is where I have to make sure I don't go too far. Oh no, I'm definitely not going too far. Because of course in the real world these holds are marked on the ground, but not in the sim, not on this version anyway.
Heathrow Speedbird 2612513, fully ready.
Speedbird 2612, stand 513, push to start, approach, face north.
To north, push operator through with 2612.
Yeah, first streamed VATSIM flight.
So, thank you very much for the service, and Merry please, I'm going to disconnect the FedEx 169, bye bye.
FedEx 169, take care.
I use Trek IR, Jason. So we're going to take the next left, and that should be Titan. So Track IR is great when you're flying on your own. When you're streaming, it does mean if I look down at my iPad, you just see the seat.
For Delta Mike, line up from 827 right.
Line up runway 27 right, speedbird 84 Delta Mike. I didn't hear which taxiway he said, I'm just going to guess. He broke up a little bit, I don't know if he did for you. Right, so we'll turn on our strobe and landing lights. Turn this to takeoff. And we'll do the takeoff checklist below the line.
Cabin crew, be seated for takeoff. Takeoff runway.
Takeoff, surface wind 240 degrees, 12 knots.
Cleared for takeoff, 27 right, speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Shamrock 719.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Cabin crew.
Advised.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Packs.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
See, this is when it all gets a bit stressful, because you've got to do your checklist, you've got to talk to them, I've got to... Not that I don't like talking to you,
Ready?
but I'm trying
Ready.
to as well.
Take off.
Okay. Probably did the whole ready takeoff thing a little soon, but I like to be ahead of myself.
Heathrow, KLM 683.
Here we go.
And 238, A319, IFR clearance to Edinburgh. QNH 1012 with information Foxtrot.
KLM 683.
Man flex, SRS runway, auto thrust blue.
Check. Thrust set.
Departure, squawk 4476.
100 knots.
Check.
clear to Edinburgh and then lap 1 Foxtrot departure, squawk 4476, KLM 683.
Rotate.
KLM 683, correct.
Positive climb.
Heathrow Director, very good afternoon. Speedbird
Gear up.
856 Zulu with you, Airbus 320,
Gear up.
520, information Foxtrot, clearance please park.
Autopilot 1.
856 Zulu
AP1.
Check.
Step into Foxtrot departure, squawk 3462, QNH 101. Clear prog, Denning 2 Foxtrot, and squawk 3462 for Seabird, Seabird 856 Zulu.
No, I don't have VR.
856 Zulu.
I'm just going to dip in and out of the chat.
Seabird 84, Delta Mike, contact London Control, 129.425.
London Control on 129.425. Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Thank you. Bye bye.
719 via Alpha 5, line up 279. Via Alpha 5, via...
Oh, blow! I've got that thing where the buttons stick.
2612 taxi.
This is where it'd be nice to have an actual first officer.
Any particular inspection?
The best we can do is Alpha 4 today, so 2612.
Good 2612, taxi Alpha Hall, Alpha 4.
Alpha 4, so 2612.
Left and heading 040 degrees, climb flight level 130, top jet 16 November.
And then, of course, you forget to retract your flaps.
Speedbird 140, can you confirm you descending now, flight level 80?
I firm will descend flight level 80, Speedbird 14 kilo.
Okay, so it's levelling out, but we can go up to 6,000, so I don't know why it's doing that.
Direct Kennett, Kilo Echo November, Echo Tango.
KLM 647, climb and maintain flight level 10.
Okay, 647, route direct Kennett.
KLM 647, resume on navigation, direction Kilo, Echo, November, Echo, and Tango.
EG2, 6 Golf, descend flight level 90.
Flight level 90, EC265.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, climbing to flight level 60, Compton 3 Foxtrot.
Mike, India Delta.
Okay, that was a record 3 stations at once. EG2, 6 Golf, contact Garrett Director, 126.825, goodbye.
126.825, goodbye. EG265.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, London Control, hello, climb flight level 130.
Climb flight level 130, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Speedbird 14 Kilo, contact Heathrow Director, 119.725, goodbye.
Well, you managed to hear us all. It's quite impressive, isn't it? Okay.
After takeoff, climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the line.
GC2 right under control, roger, brake, fuel 14 Kilo, confirm, Heathrow Director, 119.725.
Standard. Cross-checked. Passing flight level 06.
119.72.
Now.
Check. Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff checklist complete.
EG89 Lima Bravo, London Control, hello, descend flight level 90.
Ryanair 3 Golf Mike, London Control, good afternoon, with you flight level 150, inbound Mike, India Delta, 3 Golf Mike.
I sort of use the TCA side stick. I use the T16000, which is the same thing but orange.
London 127.1, Tom Jet 16 November, bye-bye.
QNH flashes on the PFD when you pass through your transition altitude on the way up or transition level on the way down to remind you to set standard pressure.
London Control, Ryanair 170 with you, Novum 1, X-ray departure 3,400 feet.
Ryanair 170, stand by, brake UPS 56 Charlie, contact Paris Control 128.1, goodbye.
128.1, UPS 56 Charlie, Merry Christmas sir, have a nice day.
Landing lights off.
Ryanair 30 November uniform, call Paris 128.1, goodbye.
Paris 9121, Ryanair 30 November uniform today.
Ryanair 170 under control, hello, climb flight level 90.
Up to 90, Ryanair 170.
London Control, Beauty 3160, flight level 360, inbound Compton.
GG 3160, London Control, roger.
Yeah, VATSIM exit Golf, just requested local QNS, unlimited.
Approved, report back.
Yeah, we're in selected altitude mode rather than managed at the moment. I suppose I prefer flying in Europe just because that's where I've done most of my flying in the real world. But I like a bit of a mixture.
KLM 647, name for ATC, monitor Unicom, goodbye.
Going to Unicom 122.8. Merry Christmas.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, Unicom, goodbye.
Unicom for Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, thank you, bye.
KLM 647, repeat.
Director 126.825, goodbye.
126.825, 38 Lima Bravo, thanks for a great evening.
Right, so for those of you who aren't aware, when there's no further ATC coverage, you switch over to the Unicom channel and you can communicate with other pilots via text, basically. You can use voice, but you're not allowed to. I'm just going to double check VATSPY to see where our next bit of coverage is. And then I will probably clear myself to climb to flight level 300, which is our cruising level. Yeah, so we've got some kind of control, centre control in Ireland, but for now we have nothing. Which is good, because I'll be able to catch up on the chat a little bit. Hello Captain Tito, nice to see you. Did I? 122.8, no, that's correct. If the transition as altitude is 6,000 feet, do you refer to it as flight level 60 or 6,000? Well, until you switch your... I probably should have referred to it as 6,000 feet because we were still using local pressure. But if we'd already switched to standard, then it would be flight level 60. Unicom is 122.8. This is our standby frequency, so that doesn't matter. But while we're talking frequencies, I will try and find the frequency for Dublin Centre. Oh, there are two. This is a nightmare. We'll wait till we get a contact me message from them. They've got EIDW1 Centre and EIDW2 Centre. No worries, Dave. No, don't worry, don't worry. It's always worth checking because that is exactly the sort of thing I do, just put the wrong frequency in and wonder why no one's talking to me. But so far, so good. Do have slightly sweaty palms, but I always do with VATSIM. And it's worth it for the rush when you land at the other end and everything's gone smoothly, and then you can't wait to do your next flight. That's my experience anyway. Let's just see if I've missed anything else. And because it's such a short flight, I think we should probably set up for the arrival while we're still in the climb. Yes, it would be funny if Kimmy was a pilot, yeah. I think that's all I've missed. If I've missed anything else, do let me know. Oh, very nice, Dave. Very nice.
You have control.
I have control.
Right, so do we have an ATIS for Dublin that is within range? Yes. And I'm just going to use VPilot to get this because it saves a bit of time, but I could of course go down to the MCDU like I did when getting the Heathrow ATIS. So runway 287 is in use, transition level 65, so let's get down to it. EIDW, arrival. We are following the ABLI 2X, I believe. Let me just check my flight plan. Yep, that's correct. And we're going to be doing the ILS 28 left approach. Just confirm that here. Insert. And we'll go to our performance approach page. Transition level is 6.5. QNH is 1005. Temperature is 7. Oh, you silly sausage. Temperature is 7. Wind is variable between 170 and 260 at 11 knots. So we'll go for 220 at 11. And we have information November. Thank you, Dazza, thank you. One tries one's best, you know. We'll use auto brake medium because this aircraft doesn't slow down as rapidly as it should on low, and I like to get out of the way quickly, especially on a busy day like today. Declan, yes I am, and yes, Dave has given you the answer. Yep, I use Restream.io. Yes, I have received my new stick. Yeah, I got it a little while ago, but mine, as I say, is not the Airbus branded one, not the blue one. It's the standard T16000 TCA. I imagine the demand for the Airbus one must have been higher. Yeah, it's pretty good for a free service, I have to say, Restream.io. Anyway, I should mention at this point that, of course, the reason VATéir are open for 24 hours is to raise some money for the Irish Community Rapid Response. And if you go to my YouTube page and look at the video description, there's a link there which tells you how to donate and be in with a chance of winning one of the prizes that's on offer. So I would urge you to do so, even if it's just a couple of pounds. Every little helps. So some sort of London control has come back online. Let me just check the sectors. Oh, we also have a Heathrow tower. That would have been useful earlier, wouldn't it? Never mind. I guess we'll just wait for a contact me message to come up. When a controller comes online, or if you enter their airspace, they normally do send you a little message saying contact me. Sometimes if they don't, I'll contact them anyway, but I think today, what with it being so busy, I'll just I'll wait for them. There's no traffic in our way. I'm at flight level 300, so 30,000 feet, which is plenty. It's quite a short flight.
I have control.
You have control.
So we are currently just south of Gloucester. So we're going to be crossing over into Wales very shortly. And coasting out sort of near Aberystwyth. So those of you who came along to my Welsh Bimbles Around Britain flight, which was my first group flight to celebrate 500 subscribers, may recognise some of the scenery. If I'm not too busy, I'll show you some of it. Nice, safe landing, Zanis. Hope it goes well. I think I missed a subscriber alert. Who subscribed? I should say thank you to someone. Ah, red light in GYTG. Red lightning, sorry. Red lightning YTG. Thank you very much for the follow. Just in case you're right, Run Wild, I'm very well, thank you. And how are you? So we do need to keep a bit of an eye on our top of descent, obviously. I was expecting ATC coverage, but we don't have any. So we want to be at a maximum of flight level 180 by Dublin, which is about 90 miles away. So to descend from 30,000 feet to 18,000 feet, that is a drop of 22,000 feet, 22, 44, 60. So we need to start our descent in about 66 miles before Dublin. So we've got a little way to go yet. Llewellyn, hello! Welcome to the stream. I suppose you might like to have a look out the window, won't you? I'll just check where we are on the map. Yeah, so we just crossed over the River Severn, I believe. So this is indeed now Wales. And I can only apologise for the cloud. So the speeds you're referring to, Jason, are indicated airspeeds, so they are dependent on the air density. So as you climb higher, your airspeed will remain about, your indicated airspeed will remain about the same, but you'll notice that our Mach number is now 0.758 Mach, so we have increased speed quite a lot. Another measure is the ground speed and true, well, two more measures, ground speed and true airspeed, so they'll have gone up as well. Hello Rob, nice to see you. It does. It's just incredible. I'm still amazed by how good it looks every flight. We've had nothing like it. And we've had nothing that makes you feel like you're flying in the real world as much as this. Oh, is it really? Well, that's it's Wales, I guess. I know you have nice weather. I had a lovely holiday in Pembrokeshire and it didn't rain once. It was warm, beach weather. It was great. But I'm interested that the live weather does not seem to be representing rain clouds, but I guess Wales is a big place. Might be different further north. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, of course, we've got the UK update, which should improve the terrain mesh. I think you'll be able to appreciate it more from lower levels. I think the actual satellite imagery is probably going to remain the same, but I don't know. They might update that as well. Yes, I'm very excited about the update and the CRJ. Did I do the fix for the cloud pixelation? No, I didn't know there was a fix for the cloud pixelation, to be honest. I only get it very occasionally. There doesn't seem to be any pattern to it, just sometimes the clouds look good and other times they look horribly grainy. Let's just double check that we have the correct frequency tuned in for the ILS. 111.35. Correct. No, I haven't used the Sky Park app. I've heard good things, but I don't think it's quite my cup of tea. And I am going to take a 10-minute break at Dublin. Yeah, I wasn't aware that the update had any bearing on the CRJ's release date, but I can sort of see why it would. Right, so we'll start our descent now, I think, to flight level 180. My screen's gone blurry, is it? I don't know why that is. Sorry. Let me have a quick look at the Twitch. Looks alright to me. Perhaps it's your bandwidth. Yes, you can certainly make another cuppa. My issue is that I shouldn't have had the cuppa before I started, put it that way. So I am prone to start descending slightly earlier than necessary because I don't like to be too high and fast. So we will be at 180 before Ablin, but that's fine. Was it Ablin? No, it wasn't Ablin I was looking at, was it? Too many charts. Yes, it was Ablin I was looking at. Flight level 180 to flight level 150. No problem at all, Llewellyn. No problem. Good afternoon, Tony. Nice to see you here. Oh, that's interesting, Rob. Okay, that does make sense. Can you please explain how you got 22 from 30? I don't really know what you mean, Tony. Sorry. I mean, you're talking about the altitude. We were at flight level 300. We're descending to flight level 180, so this is our current altitude. Yeah, I think it's just a question of hoping they've got it right this time, isn't it, Dave, really? dear, my yaw axis is playing up. That's not great. Might just have to adjust the dead zone, but this is only less than a month old, this joystick. I'd expect better.
Cabin crew, prepare for arrival.
You're right, you're right. God, that's shameful maths, that is. No wonder we're down so early. I'm using a flight crew A320 from FS2 crew for the co-pilot. So we'll put on our seatbelt sign, get the passengers safely seated. I use the Thrustmaster T16000M TCA. TCS? Don't know. The orange Thrustmaster T16000 is in the YouTube video description if you want more accuracy than my brain can cope with at the moment. I definitely fly worse when I'm flying on VATSIM, just because there's so much more to think about. If I'm using pilot to ATC and I miss a message, doesn't matter, but here it does. Yeah, the SimBrief integration is great. Yeah, T16000M, that's the one, yep. Yeah, it's a good joystick, to be fair. My last one lasted me 3 years with quite a lot of heavy use. So I got the same again. It's got to be a good sign, isn't it? So we should be down at 1516 Zulu, so in less than 20 minutes with a bit of luck. That feels slightly optimistic to me, but we'll see. Yeah, for sure, Flightzilla. That's what everyone says. The more you do it, the more relaxed you get while you do it. I'm certainly, a lot more competent than I was. I haven't made any errors so far, touch wood. Whereas my first few flights, I just couldn't read back things correctly or quickly enough. Anyway, yeah, it just takes a bit of time. But it is a lot of fun, in spite of the slight increase in stress and workload. Oh, great! I'm glad you're enjoying the reviews, Declan. Yeah, I've got plenty more coming. The next one's going to be, what's it going to be? Oh, Paris Orly by Jetstream Designs. I've had a quick look so far. It looks good, but yeah, hopefully I'll get onto that tomorrow if I have a chance. I went through a phase where I was doing a review almost every day, and that was unsustainable, so I've slowed down a little bit. Yeah, I haven't come across any really RC controllers, Flightzilla. You do hear the odd controller being a little bit abrupt with certain people, but they tend to be people who make the same mistake over and over and over again, and I think everyone has a limit to their patience. But yeah, I found everyone alright, to be honest. I haven't yet seen the new South End. No. I mean, it's Pilot. What do they call themselves? I can't remember. But anyway, they're the same developer that did Wickham Air Park, and that was fantastic. So I'm sure it'll be good. Yes, I might review New Orleans, Dave. I haven't yet decided. Yeah, for sure, Morton. The only time I don't fly on VATSIM now, to be honest, is when there's no coverage, or up until today when I'm streaming, because it's felt just like a little bit too much keeping up with the chat and keeping up with the ATC and flying the aircraft. But other people manage it, so here we are. Yeah, I know, it's exciting, Eski. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. So we now have 3 Dublin centres online. And I still don't know which one. I'm going to Google it. They've got a link to a briefing document for arrivals and departures from the airport, but it doesn't mention which frequency covers which bit of air. No, I can't find anything obvious. It's alright, they'll call us when it's time. Oh, you're welcome, Smarfian. I'm glad Düsseldorf has got better. That's encouraging. Yeah, and as I say, if it's your home airport, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Here we are. Please contact me 135.65. So that's number 3. 135, and this is where I'm going to have to start possibly not following the chat quite so closely, so apologies if I miss your message. Dublin Control, good afternoon. Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, inbound Ablin, flight level 180.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, Dublin Control, hello, squawk 6620.
Squawk 6620, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Here we are, out over the Irish Sea. Can we see land yet? Not quite, bit too hazy.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, radar identified, flight level 180, descent flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. I'm going to say this again because I know quite a few people have joined the stream since I last said it. So VATéir, the Irish branch of VATSIM, are doing a fundraising drive. They are staffing Dublin Airport for 24 hours to raise money for Irish Community Rapid Response, and there's a link in the YouTube description if you'd like to donate. They're also running a competition, so if you donate any amount to Irish Community Rapid Response via their link, you can win a prize.
Currently flying to the landing waypoint.
Color 674. Can you put that in text for me, the waypoint that you go to?
Hello XT Flight Simmer, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. So we're just descending to flight level 150 and we're about 55 miles out from Dublin. Should be landing in about 15 minutes, something like that. Although it's very busy, so we may end up holding, we'll see.
I put it for you.
KLM 647 sounds very young.
Dublin Control, good evening, Beauty 3160, flight level 200 inbound, correction over at BATSIM.
Beauty 3160, Dublin Control, very good afternoon, sir. Squawk 6650.
6650, standby, Beauty 3160.
So they're getting there with the VNAV. You'll notice that, oh no, it's changed its mind. It was restricting our speed to 240.
Yeah, 647, I see you now.
Which
Not yet at my airspace, call me back in about 50 miles.
It's up and down, but we do need to be at 240 by Lipgo, which is the second waypoint in about 20 miles. But it keeps speeding up and slowing down, so I think we'll go over to selected airspeed mode and choose 140 on there.
Beauty 3160 was squawk 6650.
FPS is mostly based on your graphics card. Secondary to that is your processor and RAM. And after that, yeah, having a fast SSD rather than a hard drive would probably be a help.
Thank you, radar identified, flight level 195, stop descent, flight level 160.
Stop descent, flight level 160, Beauty 31.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, route direct Sarin, hold at Sarin.
Direct Sarin and hold at Sarin, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Oh, Sorin. It's the accent. Okay, Sorin. Why hasn't it put Sorin up there? That's weird. So Sorin is on the VATéir arrival, VATéir 2 X-ray arrival.
Dublin Center, Ryanair 170 with you, descending through flight level 180 for 150 via Dublin.
So we're going to do 1 minute legs, inbound 345, outbound 165.
Hello, squawk,
but it would really help if it put it up on the PFD. Sorry,
right,
the ND. So we'll may as well reduce our speed.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, descend flight level 130.
Descend flight level 130, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Ryanair 170, hello, Dublin Control, radar identified, stop descent, flight level 170, actually you might need to climb 100 feet. Alright, stop descent, climb back up to 170.
This is the first time I've had to execute a hold on VATSIM, and with an aircraft that doesn't have a working hold function. So it could be interesting. If we zoom in, do we get Sorin come up on here? No, we don't. Never mind, we'll presume it's at the end of this line. Unfortunately, I can see it on my Navigraph chart, so it will be fine. In fact, let's go for 220, minimum clean speed.
Speedbird at 84 Delta Mike, report your present heading to Dublin 135.75.
Present heading to Dublin 135.758, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Thank you, bye-bye.
Beauty 248, good afternoon, sir.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, if you're still with me, apologies, the correct frequency 13257.
13257 for Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, no worries, bye-bye.
What are aircraft calling me, say call finally?
Beauty 248, sir. Inbound VATSIM, descent to flight level, down to 2600, flight level 260.
Dublin Control, good afternoon. Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, inbound Sorin, heading 306, flight level 130.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, hello, speed 230 knots and descend flight level 80.
Speed 230 knots and descend flight level 80, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Runner 555, descend flight level 80, turn left right carry out.
Descend flight level 80, turn left direct to Carats, Ryanair 555.
Why isn't this aircraft descending? I want you to descend, please. Oh dear, dear, dear.
Runner 555, turn left direct to Carav and rejoin the arrival.
Turn left to Carav and rejoin the arrival. Am I still holding at Carav, Ryanair 555?
Negative, Runner 555, you can cancel the hold.
Cancelling the hold at Carav, Ryanair 555.
That's a good shout, Morton. It probably should. Whether it will or not, we'll see. Yes, you little beauty. Thanks for that. Yes, I had remembered that the chrono's working.
555, contact approach 121.1, bye-bye.
Just repeat the frequency, please, for Ryanair 555.
That's 121.1.
121.1 for Ryanair 555, thank you.
Well, we've been routed to Sorin, Jason, which isn't on our flight plan.
Speed 290 knots.
Roger, flight level 0.20, speed 290 knots, United to the 5.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, turn left heading 270.
Left heading 270, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Hooray, we don't have to hold. Maybe. I wish it would actually follow my speed request. It's not a request really, it's more of a demand. I want to be at 230 because that's the speed we were told to fly at. There's no reason why it can't manage our descent to keep that speed.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Try reducing our descent rate. Turn on the landing lights, passing through 10,000. Yes, I will, Jason. So basically, if you have a look at a chart, it'll tell you the inbound and outbound headings. So you fly, for example,
climb level 110.
For example, on this arrival, if you have a look at the VATéir arrivals to Dublin, you'll see that the hold on Sorin is 345 inbound and 165 outbound, so you just have to fly those headings basically. But the real aircraft
Dublin,
and
good
decent
evening,
simulations
BA836
have a whole button and it does it for you.
heading 330, descending to 130.
Beauty 3160, hello, turn left heading 270 degrees, descend to flight level 90.
Left heading 270, descend to flight level 90, Beauty 3160.
Speedbird 8 for Delta Mike, turn left heading 130.
Left heading 130, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Shamrock 24 Hotel Romeo, turn right direct Nevry.
Right now direct to Nevry, Shamrock 24 Hotel Romeo.
United 235, contact Dublin 129.175.
Number contact Dublin 129.175. United 35, goodbye.
Tomjet 750, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, Tomjet 750.
Speedbird 8 for Delta Mike, you can continue that left turn now all the way around direct to Sivna.
Continue left direct to Sivna, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Beauty 3160, descend flight level 80.
Flight level 80, Beauty 3160.
What am I doing? Direct to Sivna. Oh, please work. Please work. Sivna. No, it just doesn't want it, does it?
Spirit 8 for Delta Mike, direct to Sivna, contact approach 121.1, bye bye.
Approach on 12, say again frequency for Speedbird 8 for Delta Mike.
It's 121.1.
121.1, thank you very much. Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, bye.
Bye, break, Beauty 3160, descend flight level 80.
You're the flight level 80, Beauty 3160.
Roger,
so we can't do a direct to.
129.175, bye bye.
129.175, Shamrock 24 Hotel Romeo.
Tomjet 750, contact approach 121.1, bye bye.
121.1, Tomjet 750, thanks.
Beauty 3160, turn left heading 250.
Left heading 250, confirm. Left heading 250, Beauty 3160, confirm.
A-firm. A-firm.
Thank you.
Dublin approach, good evening, it's Tomjet 750, descending flight level 00.
Tomjet 750, speed 220 knots.
220 knots, Tomjet 750.
Dublin approach, good afternoon. Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, inbound Sivna, flight level 70.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, Dublin approach, continuous cleared.
Continuous cleared, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Can we clear that out of there? No. Oh my goodness, what is it doing? What is it doing?
Ryanair 555, right turn, direct to Latmo, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Sivna. Yes, yes, that's what I want, thank you.
Direct to Latmo, descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1005, Ryanair 555.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, speed 230 knots.
Indicating 230 knots at the moment, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Roger, thanks. I'm Ryanair 555, contact finals, 119.925, bye-bye.
Over to finals on 119.925. Thanks very much for your help, Ryanair 555.
Yep.
Just getting the most likely next frequency programmed in ready. One less thing to think about.
Tomjet 750, speed 210 knots.
Speed 210 knots, Tomjet 750.
This is quite a tight turn, isn't it? I suspect the aircraft may not do it properly, but you never know. And next we want to go to Latmo, and it's saying runway... Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Tomjet 750, right turn direct to Latmo, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Right turn direct to Latmo, so just repeat the altitude.
5,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Turn 5,000 feet, QNH 1005, Tomjet 750.
Approach, good evening, Beauty 3160, flight level 70, turning left into Sivna.
Beauty 3160, Dublin approach, hello, continue as cleared. Brake, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, you're on the wrong way, turn right now heading 080 degrees.
Apologies, right to 080, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
And Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, speed 210 knots.
Speed 210 knots, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Yeah, thanks LDR. You said that just as I was doing the first mistake.
Tomjet 750, contact finals, 119.
I don't quite understand what I did wrong there.
Thanks very much, Tomjet 750.
Right, so we'll start getting some flaps down, I think.
And Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, you can take a left turn now direct to Latmo.
Left turn direct to Latmo, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
And Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 005.
Descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1005, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Approach, very good afternoon, Tomjet 8040, flight level 080.
Tomjet 8040, Dublin approach, continue.
Roger, continue, Tomjet 8040.
1005.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, contact finals, 119.925, bye-bye.
Set. Passing 6,200.
Final on what? Final on 119.925, Speedbird 84
No.
Delta Mike.
Check.
Beauty 3160, speed.
So we cleared direct to Latmo, but the heading he gave me doesn't seem to be taking us there. I must have misheard him and read it back wrong. Oh dear, no, it's not coming up. Direct to Latmo. Insert. And none of these are the right one, they're all bloody miles away. Okay, we'll just have to use our heading.
On the ILS on Latmo, look for runway 28 left, Tomjet 750.
KLM 398, keep the contact tower 118.60, following an Airbus 320, 3 miles in front.
Tower 118.6, we have traffic inside, KLM 398, keep away.
Bye-bye.
Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Baro ref.
1005 set.
1005 set.
Tomjet 750, G speed 160 to 40 ME.
160 to 40 ME, Tomjet 750.
Normal.
Ryanair 555, contact the tower 118.6, number 3, bye-bye.
Flap swap.
Speed
Over to
checked.
tower on 118.6, thanks a lot. Ryanair 555.
Flaps 1.
Yeah.
Dublin approach, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, direct Latmo 5,000 feet.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, final hello, identified, speed 190 knots.
Speed 190 knots, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, actually disregard that, maintain speed 210 knots for the moment.
Maintain 210 knots for now, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. So it would have been nice if the FMGC, the MCDU had given us the direct to Latmo that I told it to, but we can see it here, so we can just fly it with a heading. I use Flight Crew A320. There's a link in the video description, Duke Jones.
Tomjet 750, fully established runway 28 left.
Tomjet 750, thanks. Continue approach. Speed 160 knots to 40 me. Contact tower 118.6. You are becoming number 3. Bye-bye.
Continuing approach, speed 160 to 40 me, and over to tower 118.6. Thanks for them to the ATC. See you next time.
See you, bye.
If I go into managed heading mode, then I'm...
Delta Mike, descend altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend altitude 3,000 feet, speedbird 84 Delta Mike. If I put it into managed heading mode, it will, I'm pretty sure, go straight back to our path and then turn right to LATMO, whereas what we want is direct to. So it will get there, but it won't do what we've actually been asked to do, which is fly direct.
Finals, KLM 39 Yankee on the go around. KLM 39 Yankee, yellow again, identified, turn left heading 105. Left heading 105, KLM 39 Yankee. KLM 39 Yankee maintains altitude 3,000 feet on reaching, speed 180 knots. Speed 180 knots on 3,000 feet, KLM 39 Yankee. KLM 39 Yankee, happy for a 7-mile final? Yeah, that's fine. KLM 39 Yankee. Tom, or Seabird 84 Delta Mike, reduce speed to 180 knots.
Reduce speed to 180 knots, speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Dublin approach, good afternoon, Tomjet 8040, flight level 074, inbound Lamsa.
Tomjet 8040, hello, identify descent altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, Tomjet 8040.
I can't remember who's getting a radio panel. I think it was you, Dave, and that's seeming like a very good idea right now. Yeah, it is a beautiful afternoon. I'd recommend you go over to the VATSIM hardware forums. There's a lot of discussion about RAM there. And I have
Tomjet 8040, reduce speed 160.
I have seen people have some success upgrading from 16 to 32. But you know, it's all subjective, isn't it, really?
KLM 3010 degrees. You broke up KLM 39 Yankee. 010 degrees. 010 degrees, KLM 39 Yankee.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, confirm cleared for the ILS 28 left.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, A-firm cleared ILS approach runway 28 left, speed 180 over 80 to 60 me.
Cleared for the ILS approach runway 28 left, speed 180 or greater to 60 me, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Dublin final, good evening, Beauty 3160, turning left inbound LATMO, descending to 5,000 feet.
KLM 39 Yankee, turn left, saying 310 degrees, cleared ILS, approach runway 28 left.
310, cleared ILS, 28 left, KLM 39 Yankee.
BD 3160, hello, identified, descent altitude 3,000 feet.
Descent to 3,000 feet, BD 3160.
See, it does put you outside your comfort zone, VATSIM, as you're seeing, but it also makes you think a bit more.
KLM 39 Yankee, speed 180 knots to 60 me, contact tower now, number 1, bye-bye.
Oh, please intercept this localizer. I don't think you're going to do it, are you? Silly aircraft. Okay. Oh dear. We'll give it a chance. Maybe we'll overshoot a bit, maybe we won't. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, this 180 knots to 60 ME. That's something I'm not used to. I've had it a few times on VATSIM, but ordinarily I'd be nice and slow before then. Oh, okay. I'll have to look up this Elgato Stream Deck. I don't know it. Oh no, I was a little unfair on the thing. It has intercepted the ILS quite nicely. Look at all those aircraft on the ground, it's crazy.
BD 3160, descend altitude 3,000 feet, speed 180 knots.
3,000 feet and speed 180 knots, BD 3160.
You're down.
Dublin finals, Ryanair 1702, track spot mode, sending to 5,000.
Ryanair 170, hello, identified, descent altitude 3,000 feet, speed 180 knots.
Down to 3,000, speed 180.
It does look like a Christmas tree, yeah.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, contact tower now 118.6 away.
Tower on 118.6, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Thanks very much, bye. Dublin Tower, good evening, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike on final runway 28 left.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, hello, continue approach number 212, depart, wind check 220 degrees, 9 knots, gust 19.
Continue approach number 2 and wind check copied, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Open tower, Ryanair 968
So we're at 60 ME now, so we can go back into managed speed mode and let it reduce our speed now.
Hold Echo 1, Ryanair 968 Bravo.
So good afternoon, subject 8040.
I pressed all and it didn't do the, maybe I have to press forward for this one, do I?
040, hello, continue
okay.
number 3.
Continue approach number 2, subject 8040.
Flaps 3.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, have you got a system running that shows you your landing rate by any chance?
Flaps 3.
Negative, I'm afraid not, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Okay, no worries.
Strange question. There are so many planes because it's this charity event.
Yankee, welcome to Dublin,
all the details are in the YouTube video description. Raising money for the Irish Community Rapid Response Air Ambulance, and I would encourage everyone to donate a little something because then you can win prizes.
Flaps full.
Speed check. 28 left, clear to take off. Service winds 220 degrees, 9 knots,
Flaps
1519. All the best.
Cabin crew, be seated for landing.
93 Yankee, do you have anything that logs your landing rate?
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Low.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete.
Roger, Taxi Sierra, Holstrock Whiskey 2, contact ground, 12 on there.
Taxi Sierra and Holstrock Whiskey 2.
Made an assumption that it would have activated our approach mode, but no. I have checked the cabin twice now.
284 Delta Mike, 28 left, clear to land, wind 220 degrees, 9 knots, gusting 19 knots.
Clear to land 28 left, speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Ooh,
that is gusty.
The gap is quite short there, if you could reduce to your final approach speed if you haven't already.
I have already reduced some ZT 040.
I did press all, I swear, not that time, but the first time I did.
Ryanair 96 Hotel Bravo, pick a number between 1 and 69.
1 and 96 Hotel Bravo, go for 22.
22, thank you.
20, retard. Drive.
Yes, quite the crosswind. And quite the
Tower,
gusts.
good evening, Beauty 3160, establish in the ILS, runway 28 left.
Continue.
I didn't get a minimums call out for some
70
reason.
knots.
Beauty 3160, roger, continue approach.
Continue
No
approach,
spoilers.
Beauty
No reverse,
3160.
engine 1
Good day,
and
Ford Alpha
2.
Mike, welcome to
Decel.
Dublin, take 805, make a right
This
turn,
is
Sierra.
the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. And the
Tomjet 8040, runway 28 left, clear to land, service wind 220 degrees, 9 knots, gusting 19 knots.
gather your belongings.
Schedule in 28 left, ZT 040.
Ryanair 96 Hotel Bravo, behind the landing, Tomjet 737, line up 28 left behind.
Behind the landing 737, line up, runway 28 left, Ryanair 96 Hotel Bravo.
Oh, welcome to Dublin. I did put the minimum in the perf page, yeah. What was that little ding? Some numbers, thank you for following. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the stream. Now, I assume we'll be handed off to ground at some point. I'm not entirely sure when. Oh, there's 2 ground frequencies. Thank you, LDR. Thanks.
Tomjet 8040, welcome to Dublin, take 805, right, Sierra.
Roger, wait about ZT 040.
Central stations, if you'd like to see a wonderful radar view and runway view, go to twitch.tv/VATéir.
Oh, there you are. If anyone wants to go and have a look at that, you might be able to see my landing.
Ryanair 96 Hotel Bravo, runway 28 left, clear to take off, service winds 220 degrees, 9 knots, gusting 19 knots.
Runway 2 left, clear to take off, Ryanair 96 Hotel Bravo, engine control off departure 132595.
Spoilers.
A from, bye-bye.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Beauty 3160, expect late landing clearance.
Expect late landing clearance and for info, visual contact with the aircraft
Predictive
departing.
wind shear system.
Thank you. Break, Scandinavian 70
After
Alpha,
landing
behind the
checklist
landing,
complete.
BUT 737, line up to 8 left, behind.
Behind the landing, beautiful 737, line up and wait behind Scandinavian 70 Alpha.
All aircraft are beautiful.
Safer.
Dublin Tower, Ryanair 170, fully established 28, mile final.
Yes, this is the payware Dublin. This is the payware Dublin.
Thank you.
Beauty 3160 on short final.
Beauty 3160, thanks, runway 28 left, service winds 220 degrees, 9 knots, gust 19 knots, clear to land.
Copy to wind, clear to land, runway 28 left, Beauty 3160.
Ooh. See, this is where I'm not entirely sure if I'll just keep taxiing a little further. I don't know where the tower's zone of control ends. I don't know if he is too busy to hand me off to ground, if I should know which ground frequency to contact. Not entirely sure. Thank you, XT Flight Simmer and Tony. Yeah, I'm gonna make that 10-minute break a 15-20 minute break, I think.
Hello, continue approach number 1 now, but 1 to depart. Expect late landing clearance. Wind 220 degrees, 9 knots, gusting 19 knots.
Alright, continue 1 to apart 4.
Beauty 3160, welcome to Dublin, Sierra 5, right, Sierra.
vacating now to the right. Runway is vacated. Beauty 316.
Scandinavian, 70 Alpha, 28 left, clear for takeoff, winds 220 degrees, 9 knots, gusting 19 knots.
No, this is the first VATSIM flight I've streamed, Nils. I've done about 10 on my own, but I haven't streamed any. Dublin Tower, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, holding at Bravo 4. Forgive me, I don't know which ground frequency to contact.
Sorry, they're switched now. It's 1218, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, yeah.
1218 for Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Thank you very much, bye-bye.
Evening, Shamrock 2 Bravo, establish ILS 28 left.
Jack 33 Bravo, hello, continue bridge.
Dublin ground, good afternoon. Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, holding Sierra Bravo 4.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, you can taxi... Actually, disregard any stand number.
Say again, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike?
Any stand number, it's Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Any stand number, thank you, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, you take your second left, Whiskey 1, hold short runway 16.
Continue Whiskey 1, hold short of runway 16, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Dublin ground, good day.
Stevens 1081 at link 4. Good day.
I heard 2 stations calling...
Okay.
Calling was from the 4 Yankee Echo.
What's that, the 4 Yankee Echo? What were you looking for?
Yeah, I know what you mean, Dave. I'm sort of tempted to disconnect, but we've come this far.
4 Yankee Echo was calling for push.
They've got a ground controller on.
Lufthansa 4 Yankee Echo, have you now? Push start is approved, QNH 1006.
Push and start is approved, QNH 1006 for the 4 Yankee Echo. Ground, good evening, Beauty 3160, proceeding on Sierra on the eastern direction.
Beauty 3160, any stand preference?
Negative, sir, give me an easy position, please.
Beauty 3160, you can taxi Whiskey 2, Whiskey 3, hold short runway 16.
Whiskey 2, Whiskey 3, hold short 16, Beauty 3160.
Stevens 1081 at link 4.
Down the Foxtrot, link 3 to stand at 315.
Dublin ground, I think that was for Speedbird 84 Delta Mike. Sorry, you were blocked.
Affirm, it was cross runway 16, Hotel 1, down to Foxtrot to stand 315.
Cross runway 16, Hotel 1, Foxtrot, stand 315. Thank you very much, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
No worries.
Dublin ground, Shamrock 602 holding at link 5.
Shamrock 602, turn right, Papa 1, hold short runway 16.
Hotel 1.
Papa 1 holding short runway 16.
Foxtrot 315. Okay.
You can cross runway 16, Hotel 1, link 4, and then contact ground 125.9, bye-bye.
Hotel 1, link 4, 125, small 9, subjet 8040.
Stevens 1081 at link 4.
Stevens 1081, hold position.
Hold position, Stevens 1081.
Dublin ground, good afternoon, Lufthansa 7 Kilo Whiskey, gate 314, ready for pushback.
Lufthansa 7 Kilo Whiskey, push and start is approved, QNH 1006.
Okay, 315, so I'm assuming that's on link 3, Pier 3.
Speedbird 84 Delta Mike, can you take link 2 to stand 315? I'll have an aircraft blocking at link.
A-firm, we can take link 2 to stand 315, Speedbird 84 Delta Mike.
Thank you.
I think.
Beauty 3160,
yes, that's fine. So it's not this left, it's the next one.
Break, Shamrock 602, enter left backtrack, runway 34 to hold short, runway 28 left.
Dublin ground, Shamrock 602, holding short, runway 16.
Shamrock 602, enter left backtrack, runway 34 to hold short, runway 28 left.
Going down 34, holding short, 28 left, Shamrock 602.
Beauty 3160, contact ground north, 125.9, bye-bye.
Second frequency, 125.
125.9.
125.9, Beauty 3160, thank you.
Okay.
1081, taxi, link 4.
Bear with me. Where is 315? Is it the other side? No, it's this one on the corner. Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Link 1, Stevens 1081.
Lufthansa 4, Mike Yankee, Commander Tower, 118.6, bye-bye.
Is this 315 centre?
118.6.
What are we doing here?
Lufthansa 4, Mike Yankee, bye-bye.
Yes, that's us.
Dublin ground,
Hooray!
170 on Sierra, taxi in Whiskey 2.
Ryanair 57 Whiskey Charlie, disregard, Ryanair 170, say again.
On Sierra, we'll hold short at Whiskey 2.
Yeah, I think it is a Lufthansa 321, yeah.
Whiskey 2, Whiskey 3, hold short, runway 16.
Alright, Whiskey 2, Whiskey 3, hold short 16.
Shamrock 602, Commander Tower, 118.6, bye-bye.
118.6, Shamrock 602, bye-bye.
Shamrock, please Bravo with you on Sierra.
I heard 2 stations calling, I heard Ryanair 5.
Okay, so we're parked up, APU bleed on. Engines off.
Ryanair 57 Whiskey Charlie, taxi straight ahead.
Transponder to standby. Seatbelts off. Beacon off. Fuel pumps off.
Shamrock 50 Bravo with you, taxi with Sierra.
Shamrock 33 Bravo, Roger.
And we'll do our parking checklist.
Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
Straight ahead Sierra, hold short 34, Shamrock 50 Bravo.
On.
Is Yellow Victor ready
Engines.
for taxi?
Off.
Seatbelts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Set.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking
Disregard
brake
further and
and
traffic.
shocks.
On and in.
Parking checklist complete.
Well, there we are. That is the first leg done and dusted. Welcome to Dublin. I hope you enjoyed that. There is, of course, the return leg coming up. The models do look pretty good. These are IVAR models. I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM now because you shouldn't really stay connected when you're not doing anything. So say bye-bye to all the pretty aircraft. And I will be back in 15... Well, what time is it now? Let's pick a time. So it's now 15:48 Zulu. I will be back at 5 past the hour, 16:05, to fly the return leg. So I'll hopefully see you then. Hello everyone, I'm back. I hope some of you are still here at least. And I'm sorry I had to rush off. I was desperate for the toilet, but I will answer the last few messages in the hope that you are still here. Dr. Edward, there are delays going into Dublin today. Not too bad for us. We had to have a couple of delay vectors, but nothing major. And this is because of the 24-hour event they're doing. Model matching for FS 2020 has got way better. Yes, it has. Vinny, welcome to the stream. I hope you're still here. There will be more to see. So we are about to start setting up for our second flight, which is British Airways 837 back from Dublin to London Heathrow, also known as Speedbird 81 Delta. So the first thing I'm going to do is get back onto VATSIM to make sure that nobody has spawned in our spot, which they may well have, but that's okay. We can always slew to a different parking stand. Oh, network error. Call sign in use. Okay, so we'll just have to choose a different call sign. Let's try 81 Echo, shall we? That's worked. And we'll just wait for all these planes to spawn back in. Or is everyone gone? Maybe. No, we are.
Taxi, link to Fox 1, Echo 1.
And we're on underway again. Yeah, the lighting's good, isn't it? It's a lovely time of day to be flying. Right, so I'll just file the flight plan. Flying Welshman, thank you for the follow. I'm sure I've seen you before. Perhaps not, perhaps I'm imagining it. Okay, so let us get back on board and start setting up.
Lufthansa 545, request at the location.
I'm going to detune the radios just while we're sorting out our cockpit,
push and start,
so we can have a little bit of peace to begin with. Right. So our APU's already on. I didn't bother turning it off. We'll turn on the fuel pumps again. And that's done up here for now. And the next thing I'm going to try and do is to load the new flight plan using the new SimBrief integration. It may or may not work. Turnarounds aren't supported, but because I didn't use it the first time round, it might work the second time round. And there it is, Speedbird 81 Delta, all programmed in. What else do we need to do? Is it page 2 there? Right, so we've got some information up here about our scheduled times, which are, well, wrong. Oh, perhaps this must be our review actually from our flight on the way out, so that hasn't updated yet. This is all new to me. But if we go to weight and balance, we should be able to load in the fuel. So we've got 6,020 kilograms. If we press load, we've got 5,400 kilograms because I tanked a lot of extra fuel on the way in and didn't actually need to refuel at all, but never mind. And then I believe, yeah, we load the payload. There we are, and that should now, if we go to our SimBrief flight plan, which you can't see because I haven't set it up for you to see, but I'll check it myself and I'll tell you whether it matches. So payload should be, in fact, does it just have a takeoff weight field? Zero fuel weight 58 tons. It's not quite right actually, but it's near enough. It's near enough. And the other thing we have to check up here is that what that's done with our centre of gravity. So it's fine. So we've got a centre of gravity of 30% Mach. Close that down. And now we can begin setting up our MCDU in the normal way. So we'll go to init. And that hasn't worked, has it? Ah, I might have missed a step. I've only used this once before. I might have done something wrong. Yes, the aircraft are IVAL aircraft. Have I forgotten something? I won't spend ages doing this, but I'd just quite like to work it out if I can. If not, we'll input the route manually. It's only short. It's not the end of the world. Let's try again. Init data request. And if we go to our MCDU init page, no, that hasn't worked. Not a problem, we will input it manually, and that'll be nice for you to see, I'm sure. EIDW to EGLL. alternate is going to be Manchester, EGCC. And we're using speed BAW81 Echo. Cost index is going to be 20 again, and our flight level is going to be flight level 310. If we go over to the flight plan page, we can select our planned departure, which is going to be Dexon 1 Alpha off runway 28 left. And then we can put in the rest of our flight plan. So, from Dexon, we're going to be following the UY124 airway to Mogta. Now you should be able to put in the next airway, and it should just update with the intersection, but it doesn't always work. So I'm going to put in each one, especially as it's a short route. Then Uniform Yankee 53 to Nugra, and from Nugra we start following the star. So if we do that and then press Insert, all of the waypoints along those airways should be in there. We'll now go to EGLL arrival. Oh, and I've just got pre-departure clearance from Dublin via text, which is nice. Squawk 6543. Do that now before I forget. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Let me double check that. That's a top tip right there. I'll just finish sorting out the arrival. What was... well, let's just get the ATIS for Heathrow. I imagine we'll be arriving 27 left, but seeing as we have the option, we may as well do it via the AOC menu. And while we're waiting for that message to come through, we'll double check that cruising altitude. And thank you very much for the follow, Bus Driver GP. Nice to have you here. Oh, mind you, now I've done that, should be here. Here's the new ATIS. Thank you for the follow, Prophet8991. Welcome to the stream. Departure runway 27 left. Arrival runway 27 right. Okay. So they've switched them around, that's okay. Duke Jones, thank you for the follow as well. So we'll go back to our flight plan page, EGLL arrival, and we're expecting 27 right via the Nugra 1 hotel with the Bovingdon transition. Insert that. Go back to the init page and double check the altitude. You are absolutely right. It's a good job you're here, Charlie. Thank you. 310. Good. Runway 28 left via Dexon 1 Alpha. So that's our clearance, which you can't see, but it's come up. So we can go over to our init B page. We should be able to input the 0 fuel weight and 0 fuel weight centre of gravity automatically, and our block fuel is 5.4 tonnes, which is already there. Good. Going over to the performance page. How did I know to use the BNN transition? Because the Nugra 1 hotel ends at the BNN Bovingdon VOR. The other transitions don't make sense for this arrival. During the break, I wasn't idle. I did calculate our V speeds, which are 145, 145, and 146. Transition altitude here I think is also 6,000, but I'll double check with the departure chart. $5,000. Okay. And we'll just use 1700 and 3200 for our thrust reduction and acceleration altitudes. Our initial clearance via the departure routing is, well, it's above flight level 120 by Dexon, so in the absence of any altitude, cleared EGLL, runway 28 left via Dexon 1 Alpha, squawk 6543, automatic switch to frequency 132575 after departure. Report ready for push on this frequency. Okay, what is this frequency? EIDW clearance. Okie dokie, 121.875. We're not there yet, but we'll tune him in and have a listen to what else is going on. It's a good way of not making a fool of yourself if you listen to how other people are doing things.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
ADIRS.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
Set.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Baro ref.
1006 set.
1006 set. Down to the line.
So I haven't activated the pre-flight events on FS2 crew because I thought we probably just wanted to get underway. Our departure's not looking good here, is it? What is going on here? Okay, we'll just manually fly that turn then, I think. So really we should have a secondary user waypoint or imaginary waypoint which takes us around in a nice arc. Yeah, we'll see what happens. This is part of the thrill of using this sim. Can you explain the thrust reduction and acceleration height? So thrust reduction is when you move from toga or flex takeoff power down to the climb power detent on the thrust levers. Acceleration height is when you lower the nose of the aircraft to increase speed at the expense of climb rate. So I think what we'll do is we'll assume we're underway. We'll disconnect the jetway. Assume we're underway. We'll assume boarding has completed. And why am I not hearing anything on this frequency? It's weird, isn't it? One 121.875. Yeah, that's correct. So he definitely says report ready for push on this frequency. So we'll contact him when the time comes. Anyway, the jetway's disconnected. The doors are now closed. Flightzilla, it sometimes is specified on the airport charts, but I believe more often than not it's down to company procedures, standard operating procedures.
024, roger, hold position,
and
contact ground 121.8, over.
1500 above, 1500 above ground level, and then 1500 above that are fairly standard values to use. Okay, we'll complete the before start checklist below the line.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On. Before
start checklist complete.
So we're all ready to go, so we'll get our pushback and engine start clearance. Let me just double check the ATIS. Information Romeo. And again, I'm just going to type in my little notes field. Dublin delivery. Speedbird 81 Echo. Type A320. Stand 315 with Romeo. Ready for push and start. Dublin delivery, Speedbird 81 Echo, type A320, stand 315 with Romeo, ready for pushback and engine start.
Speedbird 81 Echo, hello, hold position, TSAT time will be 1623.
TSAT time 1623, will hold position, Speedbird 81 Echo. So we've got a few minutes to kill. That's fine. This, I guess, is what happens when airports get busy. As long as I have time to have something to eat before my Zoom chat at 7 PM, all will be well. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, that logo? Yeah. Oh, we may as well take a little look around in the drone.
Delivery, good evening again. Tomjet 751 with Romeo, stand 120, ready for push and start.
Tomjet 751, hello, Sescox 6504.
Oh, sorry, Squawk 6504, Tomjet 751.
I think this is the guy who was ahead of us on the way in as well, isn't it? Sounds familiar. Yeah, we might do, LDR, I'm hoping so. iVAR is like VATSIM, Ollie, and it's free. Basically, they have their own model matching.
Tomjet 751, squawking 6504.
Each of the networks, VATSIM and iVAR, have their own model matching.
Contact ground north 125.9, bye-bye.
But VATSIM's doesn't yet work with Microsoft Flight Simulator, so they've sort of tweaked the iVAR. Someone's done a model matching file for the iVAR one, which works with VATSIM. You'll have to forgive me. The longer I talk and the more ATC I do, the more I gibber away and don't make quite as much sense as I might have done at the beginning. No, it only works with VATSIM model matching, or of course with the iVAR network. There was a way of getting it to work with the live traffic, but that's no longer supported. You can't download it anymore. Why is everyone else getting to push back before me? It's not right. Yeah, you do. There is an initial test before you're allowed to fly with VATSIM. It's not overly onerous. I think most people who have been simming for a couple of years and know a little bit about aviation would be able to pass it. Well, while we're waiting, I'm going to remind everyone once again that...
Speedbird 81 Echo, Dublin delivery.
Oh. Dublin delivery, Speedbird 81 Echo, go ahead.
Speedbird 81 Echo, you can contact ground 121.8, bye-bye.
Ground on 121.8 for Speedbird 81 Echo, thank you, bye-bye. Yes, as I was saying, Irish Community Rapid Response, VATSIM Ireland are raising money for them, and all the details of how you can enter their competition to win something with a donation are available in the YouTube video description.
And Dublin delivery, good afternoon. Convoy 494, we have information, Quebec 316.
On Water 117, cross runway 1654.
And we're Mexico 117, you continue taxi link 4, Stanley your choice.
Link 4, stand of my choice, Malta 117.
Dublin ground, Speedbird 81 Echo, good evening, stand 315, ready for pushback and engine start.
Speedbird 81 Echo, push and start as approved, QNH 1006, report ready.
QNH 1006, push and start approved, we will report ready, Speedbird 81 Echo. I was expecting a direction to point in.
Grand Olympic 631, did you copy
okay, I think it's probably obvious.
Cockpit to ground. We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Link 3, Foxtrot 1, Echo 1 to holding point 28 left, lift 631.
Ground Kanzi 024 is ready for taxi.
Uniform Alpha 23, enter backtrack runway 1634, hold short runway 28 left.
You are cleared behind and you start your engines at your discretion.
Enter backtrack runway 1634 and hold short 28 left, Uniform Alpha 23.
Last caller calling for taxi.
Starting engine
call
1.
head only.
Kanzi 024.
Zero 24, taxi link 2, Fox 1, Echo 1, hold short runway 28 left.
Taxi link 2, Fox 1, Echo 1, hold short 28 left, Kanzi 024.
Contract 239, are you with me?
Starting engine 2.
An Olympic 631, give way to the 777 from left to right at link 1, please.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Giving way to the Aerologic 777 at link 1, link 631.
There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety.
KLM 333, cross runway 1634, link 4, stand to your choice.
With this information as well as
Cross runway 1634 and then link 4 stand of my choice. Thank you. KLM 333.
KLM 72 Charlie, follow the company traffic ahead and link 4, stand to your choice, please.
Follow company traffic and link 4, stand of choice, KLM 72 Charlie.
Tell you what, I wouldn't make a good pushback tug driver, would I?
And check 024, hold position.
Pushback complete. Set parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes set.
Roger. Okay, the tow bar is disconnected and the equipment is clear. We will see you on the left side with the pin.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks. Have a good flight. See you later.
So, 2 good starts, engine mode selector back to normal.
You can follow the Olympic
And we'll turn off the APU. Turn on the taxi light.
Following the A320.
And we'll turn the dome light to dim.
Olympic 631, monitor tower 118.6, bye bye.
Oh, you silly sausage.
Monitor tower 118.6, thank you, goodbye, Olympic 631.
Do the after start checklist.
Before you can monitor Unicom 1, my head's away, you can contact tower 118.6, sorry, bye bye.
Set.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
20%.
Rudder trim.
Every single time I forget to set the pitch trim. We want 29%.
Shamrock 283, good evening, Curtis. Yeah, good. We're on Sierra now.
In the cabin or in the lavatory.
0.
After start checklist
How you
complete.
get taxi left whiskey 1, we're going to send you the long way around. Hold short runway 1634.
Flight control check.
Full
Left whiskey 1, I'm a hold short. 34, Shamrock 283.
Full right, neutral.
Rudder.
Full left, full right, neutral.
And Dublin ground.
Oh, it's just about to call them.
Start 316.
Last caller, call sign only.
Conzi 494.
Conzi 494 was that?
Affirmative, Conzi 494.
Hello, Asta.
494, push
Welcome to the
is
stream.
approved, QNH 1006, report ready.
1006 and report ready, Conzi 494.
Oops, forgot the signs.
KLM 333, park to the apron 2 on block time. Thanks for your service and happy holidays.
Same with yourself. Bye bye.
Mr. Sky, welcome to the
Bye-bye.
stream. Thank you for the follow. Dublin ground, speedbird 81, Echo ready to taxi.
Speedbird 81 Echo, link 2, Fox 1, Echo 1, hold short runway 28 left.
Link 2, Fox 1, Echo 1, hold short runway 28 left, speedbird 81 Echo.
Dublin ground, good evening. It's Jet 751 approaching link 4.
On Tomcat 751,
Clear left
taxi
side.
Foxtrot.
Clear right side.
Link 2, hold short, link 2, there's traffic there.
Taxi Foxtrot, hold short, link 3, Tomcat 751.
Tomcat 751, it was link 2, hold short, link 2, please.
Oh, sorry, hold short, link 2, Tomcat 751.
Shamrock 283, cross runway 1634, Foxtrot, link 3, Alpha Tango 4, stand your choice.
This is quite the takeoff queue. I wish I'd tanked a little more fuel. Never mind.
Shamrock 283, just repeat the apron taxiway, please. Shamrock 2.
Shamrock 283, cross runway 1634, link 4, Alpha Tango 4, stand to your choice. There's a lot of traffic on Foxtrot, so I'm shooting you down the inside.
Cross 34.
Luke C, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Link 4. And then
very heavy traffic, careful, yeah.
I just repeat, I actually have no idea what you said there.
283, cross runway 1634, link 4, use the inners and stand to your choice, that's the easiest way.
Grant, we'll cross 34 and then link 4 left and then use Foxtrot inner and stand of choice, Shamrock 283.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
1 Papa Golf.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flat setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
Ryanair 1 Papa Golf, Sierra.
V1 145, VR 145, V2 146.
V1 145, VR 145, V2 146, ATC.
Set.
ECAM
Ryanair 1 Papa Golf, left 52,
down
left
to the line.
53, hold short runway 1634.
Alright, Whiskey 2, Whiskey 3, short of 34, Ryanair 1 Papa Golf.
Yeah, the amount of traffic is incredible, isn't it? Dublin only has one. Well, it's actually got 2, and with a third one being built. So we have 1634 as well, which is directly ahead of us. And that was closed. I believe they're still treating it as closed, but I'm told that in the real airport it's now been reopened. But yes, the reason... So runway 28 used to be called runway 28. It's now called 28 left, in anticipation of the parallel runway opening. It is pretty cool, isn't it, though? Look at that. Be nicer if all the models were matched and all the liveries were matched, but nonetheless.
Ryanair 1 Papa Golf, you can contact Brighton North now on 125.9, bye-bye.
Can't beat flying with real people.
Tomcat 751, you continue taxi now, hold short, runway 28 left, monitor tower, 118.6, bye-bye.
Continue to runway 28 left, management tower, 118.6. Thanks very much for the ATC and catch you next time.
And again, I'm just trying to get ahead of the game a little bit by tuning the next frequency.
Shut down. Good luck with the rest of the fundraiser.
Thank you, happy holidays.
You too.
Dublin Grand Prix, Shamrock 342 with Mission Romeo on board there, type A, Airbus A320 first, push and start.
Yeah, I'm using it, careful.
342, hello,
Unless you're talking about a different one. This is the IVAL model matching script and liveries.
Push and start from Shamrock 342.
Okay, Dublin Ground, Conti 494, ready to taxi to left.
Conti 494, taxi to the head, link 2, join the queue.
Yes, they're all VATSIM traffic, yeah.
494 taxi.
No, they're all.
Join the queue.
You can't connect to both at once. So this is all VATSIM traffic, but using IVAO model matching and liveries.
Traffic at the hold I have handed off. You can monitor tower 118.6.
Dublin ground, good evening, Ryanair 118 on Sierra.
Unit from Alpha 23, Dublin Tower.
No, you're alright. I'm happy to answer questions. We've got nothing else to do while we wait.
Dublin Tower 2, region known as Top on our left, remain direct left.
Roger. Shark 828, 28 left, clear to land. Surface winds 220 degrees, 9 knots.
Clear land 28, 828.
Olympic 731 behind the landing, Aer Lingus A321 line up 28 left behind.
Behind landing A321 line up, wait behind Olympic 631.
That's interesting. I think, is there an aircraft there? No, it's just a flickering light. I thought there was an aircraft whose nav lights weren't on, but we've actually got this as number 1 for landing. Depends what it is, Caffel, and whether it'll let you. It's certainly not something I haven't turned on. Certainly not something I've disabled. But I found out that YouTube wouldn't let people send links, so give it a go. I assume it's flight sim related. I trust you. Yeah, it is worse than Gatwick.
Yeah. Welcome to Dublin. Vacate right 05 or 04 stable right 0.
Sir, vacate as we can. Thanks, 828.
Tower unit from Alpha 23 with you.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm using. Does that use the IVAL models?
FM unit from Alpha 23.
Unit Alpha 23, thanks. Pole position, departure right turn, direct Ashbourne, VRP, nozzle altitude 1,500 feet, VFR, QNH 1006.
We've got some VFR traffic to deal with as well.
Right hand turn to Ashbourne, VRP, not above 1,500 feet, VFR, QNH 1006, unit from Alpha 23.
Unit Alpha 23, correct. Break, Olympic 631, 28 left, clear for takeoff, wind 220 degrees, 9 knots.
Copy the wind clear for takeoff, runway 28 left.
Oh, okay. That's very useful then. I will check it out.
Behind the landing, British Airways A320, line up 28 left behind. Unit from Alpha 23, behind the landing, British Airways A320, line up runway 28 left behind.
Behind the British Airways landing A320, line up runway 28 left behind, unit from Alpha 23.
David 309, expect late landing clearance.
Late landing clearance.
Oh, something's gone a little bit awry over here.
220 degrees, 9 knots, runway 28 left, you are cleared to land.
Camera 24, okay.
Camera 2 for echo, number 2.
Something's gone a bit wrong with this model here. I don't think he did crash. I think it's just the way the sim's drawing him in. Now he's on the move again now on his tail. Dear.
Late landing clearance.
Irish Aviator, these are IVAL models.
David 309, welcome to Dublin, right 05.
And hello Andy, welcome to the stream. Looks good. Yeah, it does look good, doesn't it?
Unit from Alpha 23, runway 28 left, surface wind check 220 degrees, 9 knots. Runway 28 left, clear takeoff.
28 left, clear takeoff, unit from Alpha 23.
Rip Cahill camera.
Shamrock 353 with you.
Roger. Shamrock 2 for record, 28 left, clear land, winds 220 degrees, 9 knots.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. I mean, at least say hello before you ask me to crash the plane.
Right, Sierra, ground 1218, all the best.
Right, Sierra, ground down. 1218, disconnected.
Charlie November Zulu, sorry I don't know you're okay. Charlie November Zulu 024, runway 28 left, line up and wait.
024, line up and wait, runway 28 left, after the landing aircraft.
Uniform Alpha 23, next report Ashbourne.
Report Ashbourne, Uniform Alpha 23.
Direct 2 for Echo, welcome to Dublin, vacate right 05, right 0.
Vacate right onto Sierra 5, show 124, okay.
Look at the reflection of those taxiway lights off his tail. Isn't
Charlie
that
November Zulu
spectacular?
024, runway 28 left, clear takeoff, wind 220 degrees, 12 knots.
024, clear for takeoff, runway 28 left.
All stations, new information, Sierra, no significant change, QNH 1006. Uniform Alpha 23, what's your intentions after Ashbourne?
Can't see anything else coming in, so we might be next. Oh, good.
Uniform Alpha 23, we're going to be doing
That must be a nice feeling, Dragon's Coils.
Roger.
There's nothing better than a flawless flight. I don't have many of them.
Shark 353, runway 28 left, clear to land, surface winds 220 degrees, 12 knots.
Oh, there was another one on
28
approach.
left, clear to land, Shamrock 352.
BA8 Echo, at ETA 2 minutes, there's a tight gap, so I can't get you in, but I'll try and get you after that.
Is that me? A-firm, speed about 81 Echo.
Dublin Tower, Ryanair 964 with you again, report established runway 28 left.
Ryanair 984, roger, reduce your minimum approach speed, you're very close to the aircraft in front.
Ryanair 964, my minimum approach speed is 150 knots.
10 cent tacos, welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. We should hopefully be underway after 2 more landing aircraft.
Our intentions is to stay out of this controlled airspace and route to Skerries to route on the coast.
Uniform Alpha 23, roger, route Skerries, report overhead.
Route Skerries, report overhead, Uniform Alpha 23.
I won't forget the strobes, don't worry.
Good evening, Dublin Tower, Shamrock 520 requesting push and start.
Roger. Ryanair 964, you're only 1 mile ahead of the aircraft, you're probably not going to make it, so it'll either be a go around or a disconnect, it's up to you.
Oh, thank you 10 cent tacos. Yeah, I'm a lot more popular on YouTube than on Twitch. I stream on both, but I'm using the iVow model match, but Caffel posted a link above.
Ryanair 964, it will be the second go around, tell me what I have to do.
Ryanair 964, right heading
Yeah, Caffel posted a link
360,
above to Flight Sim TO,
free
which has a better one apparently.
Ryanair 964, right heading 360, stop climbing 3000 feet.
Tower, good evening, Bangladesh 612, holding short 28 left.
Roger, dodge, brakes, speed 81 Echo, line up and wait 28 left.
Line up and wait 28 left, speedboat 81 Echo. Strobes on, landing lights on, that shouldn't really be done till takeoff clearance, but you know, lot to do.
0580, Shamrock 352.
Below the line.
Cabin crew, be seated for takeoff. Takeoff runway.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Cabin crew.
Advised.
Engine mode selector.
To the party,
Normal.
hold
Pax.
position, I'll call you back.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Right, 964, contact Dublin final approach now, 119925.
Ryanair 964, contact the Dublin approach.
I'm not going to be able to respond to any chats
Uniform Alpha 2, free
for a
traffic
little
information,
while.
6 o'clock.
I'll get back to you once
3
we're
o'clock, 6
off and
miles.
away.
Ryanair 737, climbing to 3,000 feet on the go round.
Visual Uniform Alpha 23.
What to maintain visual separation?
Maintain visual separation, Uniform Alpha 23.
Speedbird 81 Echo, cleared immediate takeoff, 28 left, winds 220 degrees, 12 knots.
Clear takeoff 28 left, Speedbird 81 Echo, thank you very much.
Correct. 353 right, Sierra, ground 1218, all the best.
Ready?
Ready.
Takeoff.
Turn 353, switching over to ground 121.8, happy hours, bye.
Flex,
Happy
SRS
elevations, keep
runway,
moving on to Sierra
autothrust
for
blue.
Check.
Okay, thanks.
Thrust set.
Roger that.
100 knots.
Check.
Can really feel that crosswind.
Tomjet 751 behind the landing, Ryanair 737, line up runway 2 at left behind.
Line up runway behind the landing, 737, Tomjet 751.
Ryanair
Positive
761,
ground.
service wind check, 220 degrees, 12 knots, runway 2 at left to land.
Gear up.
Too low, terrain.
Gear up.
Too low, terrain.
Ryanair 761 Dublin.
Check.
Why won't you go into heading mode, you daft thing? Okay, we'll disconnect the autopilot, keep flying straight.
Tower low, Ryanair 671.
Ryanair 671, 28 left, cleared land.
Shamrock 353, taxi left, whiskey 2, correction whiskey 1, hold short runway 1634.
Whiskey 1, holding short.
And we have to go straight
1634.
over to departure, which I thought I had tuned, but I haven't, maybe not.
Scandinavian 809, hold position a second please.
And why are we only doing this
Shamrock
speed?
24 Echo cross runway
Christ.
164 right on Foxtrot.
Cross runway 161 to Foxtrot, Shamrock 24 again.
Scandinavian 83, we have taxi link 3 but hold short of link 3.
Oh, it's because we've still got the approach mode on. That should have disconnected automatically, but never mind.
AP1.
Check.
Still like you to use selected heading mode though. Well, this isn't going so well, is it? Won't climb.
Speed checked.
353, you've missed
So we're going straight ahead to this point here.
Runway 1634, right hotel 1. So backtrack the
Enter
runway
left
and take right
1634, right hotel.
Shamrock 24 Echo, confirm left or right.
Right, so now we'll make a turn back.
Lufthansa 980, speed 190 knots. 190 or Lufthansa 980?
To
Ryanair 964, report your indicated airspeed.
After takeoff, climb check.
Ryanair 964, say again. Ryanair 964, report your
Flaps.
indicated airspeed.
Retracted.
Pax.
On.
Down to the line.
Ryanair 964, 230
135.65.
Ryanair 964, thank you, speed 190 knots. Ryanair 964, speed 190 knots.
Dublin Control, Speedbird 81 Echo, Dexon 1 Alpha.
Hello, Speedbird 81 Echo, climb level 230.
Climb level 230, Speedbird 81 Echo. Okay, it's all going to be alright, I think. Just a few autopilot issues.
Standard.
Standard. Cross-checked. Passing flight level 114.
And I know there are messages waiting for me in the chat. I'll get to you as soon as I possibly can. Just need to get everything sorted out with the flight.
below the line.
Barrow ref.
Standard set.
Standard set.
Andy 024
After
miles,
takeoff
Unicom, 128.
checklist complete.
122 decimals, have a good day.
Okay, so we are going to Dexon, and then we'll allow the autopilot to take over. We'll go back into managed heading mode. And we'll turn off the dome light. Now we're safely airborne. Right, what have I missed? How do you get model matching on FS 2020? There's a link above in the Twitch chat. Are you on YouTube?
434, descent flight level
Yeah.
130.
Check flightsim.to.
Descent flight level 130, expect hold at Soren. 434.
McCloiser, nice to see you. You're looking for a good joystick. Yes, I'm with the T16000 and I like it a lot.
7, speed 250 knots.
Hello, Ryanair 667, battery 2.
And yeah, Dragon's Coils has recommended everything that I would. Also, VATSIM.com for forums.
Arrival, Ryanair 667.
And hello, 770077. Welcome to the stream. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Shamrock 247, maintain level 100 on reaching.
Maintain level 100 on reaching. Shamrock 247.
Ryanair 667, direct Soren to hold at Soren as published.
Direct to Soren to hold as published, Ryanair 667.
Hello, Ahmed. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. So yes, for those of you watching on YouTube, and well, in fact, for all of you, Dublin is being staffed for 24 hours with the aim of raising money for the Irish Community Rapid Response, which operates Ireland's only air ambulance.
Walker Air 434, contact Dublin 132.575.
And if you make a donation, then you are in with a chance of winning some prizes, and all the details are on my YouTube video description. There's a link there to follow. On final altitude, disable the autopilot. Well, it's down to the pilot's choice, really. I tend to disable it at about somewhere between 1,000 and 500 feet above.
Shamrock 247, resume on navigation, direct to Soren, hold at Soren as published.
No, don't stick.
Proceed on navigation to Soren, hold as published, Shamrock 247.
Dublin Control, Walker 434, could you say again that frequency, please?
Yes, I have got the London City Orbex add-on. Yeah.
132575, thank you, see ya.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Shane. Hello. Well found and welcome. Welcome to the stream.
Nice. Conti 494, climb flight level 230, good evening.
We are heading to London Heathrow, Ahmed.
281 Echo, London North is offline for now, mounted Unicom 1228.
1228, and thank you very much for your service, Speedbird 81 Echo.
No problem.
So no ATC for a little while, which to be honest suits me. Mohammed, hello, welcome to the stream, and thank you very much. So because there's no ATC, we can climb up to our cruising altitude of 310 now. And hopefully, if we go into managed heading mode, the aircraft will keep us heading to Dexon and then pick up our flight plan from there. Yeah, I would as well, Engodad, I would as well. But you know, you can always donate without entering the competition. It's a good cause. Well, that was a stressful old departure. Partly my fault for not turning off approach mode, partly the aircraft's fault for not doing what I asked it to. But anyway, we're safely airborne now. Oh, thank you, Ngod, I'd appreciate it. I try my best. I'm no expert on... well, I've only done about 10 flights on VATSIM. This is the first one I've streamed, but hopefully most of what I'm doing is right and useful. Yes, absolutely, Mamadou. So if you go to show more on the YouTube description under the video, Ahmed, there's a link down there to the VATéir forums, and from there's a specific donation link which will allow you to enter into the prize draw, or not if you choose not to. I'm sure it's not compulsory. I'll be making my donation once I land at Heathrow. And I tell you what, to make it even easier, and for those of you who are on Twitch, I'll post the link in the chat. That seems like a sensible thing to do, doesn't it? I wish there was a way of adding this sort of thing to a video. Sorry, to a Twitch video, I mean. But I don't think there is. Hello, Nigel. You're born in Rugby. Will my route pass over there? Let me just have a quick look at my map. I don't think so. I think we turned south before we hit Rugby. But, to be honest, my knowledge of UK geography is shocking considering I've lived here all my life. We're going pretty close, so I mean I may as well tell you all a bit about this route. So we're flying east, we're just about to hit Wales near Bangor, and then we'll be making a right turn to fly over, so we're flying over Chester, then a right turn to Stoke-on-Trent, and then we'll be flying just west of Lichfield, east of Wolverhampton and Birmingham, just west of Coventry, and then Rugby will be obviously not too far away to the east when we hit Coventry. Heading to Heathrow, Guion, and welcome to the stream. Right, and I think now we're safely in the climb and nearly up at cruising altitude. We'll try and get the Heathrow ATIS. No, wrong one. So we can make sure of the runway we're expecting to be cleared for. Company message received. So we're expecting a 27 right arrival. Let me write all this down. So the ATIS says, well, you can see it actually, can't you? Information Sierra. Runway 27 right for arrivals. Transition level 7th. Flight level 70, surface wind 220 at 7, good, not a little bit of a crosswind but not too much. 10 kilometers or more visibility, few clouds at 3,600, Temperature 8. And the QNH is going to be 1014. Captain Slow Twitch, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here, and thank you for following. Hello, Ernestina. Welcome to the stream. And no worries, Nigel. Okay. So once we make this right turn, I'll try and give you a decent look out the... Well, from outside, Nigel, see if you can spot rugby. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like being followed on two platforms. You also get a bit less lag on Twitch. That's the advantage of it. YouTube, it's about 30 seconds lag. Twitch seems to be nearer 7 or 8, but it does vary. So because it's such a short flight, even though we've only just got up to cruising altitude, I'm going to hand control to the co-pilot and start setting up for the arrival properly.
You have control.
I have control.
Which involves going to the perf page and then our approach page, and basically inputting all that information that we just got from the ATIS. So QNH 1014, temperature of 7, same as in Dublin, wind 220 at 7, very similar. Whew, it's being buffeted about a bit, aren't we? We got a very strong tailwind, 99 knot tailwind. This is going to be a very short flight, I feel. Transition level is 70. And I'll look at the approach plate, 427 right. I think in general when I stream on VATSIM I should probably choose longer routes than this, because there's no let up. You've always got to be doing something, which means I haven't been as good as usual at keeping up with the chat, so I'm sorry about that. 278 feet. Good. We're going to use auto brake low. And that's us pretty much set up for our arrival.
I have control.
So we'll take control back. Ground speed is 538. How many hours have I been flying? Well, we've not long taken off. I didn't start the chronometer, so I can't be certain. But I'd say we've been in the air for about 20-25 minutes, something like that. Probably 20. But we flew out here as well, so that was about an hour. And in total it's been... Well, what time did I start streaming? 2 o'clock, so it's been 3 hours since I started streaming. But we should, as was said earlier, have quite a nice approach over London. I've got the Orbex London landmarks installed, and London does look pretty good by night. So you've come at a good time, I would say. So London North Centre is online, so we might be able to contact them. I'm just going to check their map. Or we can just wait for them to contact us. Hello, Ronald. Oh, shame. Well, there'll be plenty more flights. And you could always catch up with this one, of course, as well. The takeoff from Dublin was not my finest hour, put it that way. Yeah. Okay, so London North Centre. We should be in their territory now. Let's just double check. I think we are. I'll try contacting them. 133.7.
334 back. Roger. London Control, good evening. It's Tomjet 751 overhead of Bella, flight level 330. Tomjet 751, London Control, roger.
London Control, good evening. Ryanair 30905 inbound Papa Oscar Lima, flight level 360.
Those two stations there, Ryanair 3095, London Control, hello, Squawk 3521.
Squawk 3521, Ryanair 30905.
I'm just looking at my charts and getting set up for the arrival. I'll get back to you.
Quebec, flight level 360.
So with 826 Quebec, London Control, hello, when ready, descend flight level 340.
When ready, descend flight level 340, SB about 826 Quebec.
Cargo look 661, flight level 360.
I'm just waiting for a break in the comms.
Cargo look 661, London Control, roger.
London Control, good evening. Speedbird 81 Echo, inbound Malta, flight level 310.
Speedbird 81 Echo, London, you'll be just leaving my sector, continuing the com 122.8.
Apologies, 122.8, Speedbird 81 Echo.
London Control, good evening.
Well, I must have misread the map. Oh, maybe we... okay. Oh, okay, so we were in London North's control area, but we're moving into London Central's control area. So if anything, we're a bit too late to contact him. Never mind. And London Centre control isn't online. Never mind. Right, what have I missed in the chat? You want to pilot the A350 and A380? Yes, me too, Boris. Captain Slowtwitch. Yeah, it's... well, don't forget, I've been flying for 20 years in flight simulators, and I'm still finding it stressful. I've only been on VATSIM for about, I don't know, probably a month ago I did my first flight, and I haven't used it a huge amount. So it's still quite nerve-wracking for me. But yeah, as you say, one day. Does the flight plan bring you in on the westerly just before the Houses of Parliament? Yeah, it should do. I don't know if we go that far west, actually. Let me see. Initial approach from Bovingdon. Where is it? I'm hazarding a guess here, but I think it'll bring us in nearer Battersea, Jason. The flight's only about 45 minutes, Ernestina, so we should be down. In fact, I can tell you when our estimated arrival will be. 17:24, and it's now 17:08, so not long left at all. That might not be your fault, Captain. The aircraft, the A320, does sometimes do a pretty bad job of capturing the localizer. Anyway, I need to start thinking about descent planning. So we're following the Nugra 1 hotel arrival. We need to be flight level 200 by Tobid, which is, I'll do the maths right this time, 11,000 feet of altitude to lose. So 11 times 3 is 33, so we need to start down in about 30 miles, something like that. Is there any difference between VATSIM and what, Andy? That's weather on the ND. Oh, Ronald, that's very nice of you to say. Thank you. And Merry Christmas to you too. I'm making myself want to become a real licensed pilot, to be fair. You're not alone. I'll just check the RadNav page, make sure that the frequency is correct for 27 right. Yes, it is 110.3. Is there any difference between VATSIM and IVAL? Well, I've never used IVAL, but I have been told that VATSIM is more professional, that the controllers are a bit better trained, and that generally, if you know what you're doing, then VATSIM's the one to go for. But I've watched the odd stream with someone on iVow, and they're also very good. So it's probably worth trying both. I can't be bothered to try both, but there's no reason why you can't compare and contrast. I've also heard that VATSIM has more coverage in the US, and iVow tends to have more coverage in Europe. But whenever I look at them, they seem equivalent, really. You just have to turn on the... what was that ding-dong? Just heard a ding-dong. I have absolutely no idea why. Oh, it's a broadcasting VPilot. So, to get the weather, you have to turn on the weather radar here. And then it'll come up on the ND, unless you have the terrain switch selected, in which case it'll show terrain instead. But of course, there's no terrain to show. Which is start lowering the gears to give you a little bit more of a downspout to help you gradually lower your altitude. Sorry, I'm not quite sure what you mean, Ronald. Generally, you lower your gear before, well, unless you're given a higher speed by air traffic control. It's generally a good idea to lower your gear after you extend flaps 2 on the Airbus, and you should do both of these things before intercepting the glide slope. Yeah, you have to choose between terrain and weather. Right, let's start our descent. Oh, thank you, Nigel. I'm really pleased you donated. It's no mean feat to staff an entire airport from you know, centre approach, tower, ground, clearance, all of those for 24 hours. So, yeah, I hope they raise a lot of money. Just going to have a quick look to see, do we have... Oh, we've got... we don't really have any control on at Heathrow. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? No, we've got no control at all. So we'll have to stay on Unicom unless someone comes online. The coverage on VATSIM is odd. I would have assumed a Sunday afternoon would be a good time to be fairly certain that Heathrow would be staffed. Gatwick is staffed, but it's not much good to us. So it could be that you've heard your last of live air traffic control, or it could be that Heathrow comes online while we're on our descent. And that is the excitement of VATSIM, and it's the excitement of watching me fly. I can quickly explain, Jason. They don't work. So you should have the correct altitudes here, and you don't. So you see here, Soppit, it's got an altitude restriction of flight level 150, which is accurate, but then at Bovingdon it wants us to go up to flight level 310, which is ridiculous. So yeah, it's not fully implemented yet, but these are right. Yeah, and indeed that's fairly prototypical if you're flying in an area with high terrain, Dave. One pilot will have terrain mode on. So if for example you were landing at Innsbruck, then generally the weather's relatively decent, or they wouldn't allow you to land there. So the pilot flying would have the terrain radar on, the pilot not flying would have the weather radar on. Okay, and we can continue our descent to flight level 150. Ugh, wish there was an easier way to twiddle these knobs without zooming in and out the whole time. So you'll notice that the speed constraint is correct here, but that we're starting to slow down a little bit early, I would say. So we'll use a bit of speed brake to allow us to reduce our speed and decelerate. No, I didn't, Jason. No. I think because we don't need to be this slow, we'll allow it to continue at 250 knots. We are a little bit high and a little bit fast, so of those two I'd rather make sure the altitude's correct. And I tend to have VATSPY open at the same time, just to have a little look at who else is around, who's coming into land. Quite a lot of arrivals, but not too many there at the moment, I don't think. So BA836, yeah, we'll be alright. Decrease the range, turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. And I'll let them know on the Unicom.
Cabin crew, prepare for arrival.
That we are inbound. In fact, I'll wait till we get to Bovingdon. Hello Pierre, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Yes, I do have autopilot on, yes. And I totally forgot to try and spot rugby, sorry about that. But this is Banbury behind us here. For those of you who asked that, which was none of you. Too much to think about. Well, there's on or auto, Jason. But they would be on in either setting at this stage. Did I not turn them on? Is that what you're telling me? After your little reminder. No, they are on. They are on. So we can continue our descent now to 7,000. Don't know why I'm waiting for ATC to clear me when there's no ATC. We're flying to Heathrow. Heathrow in London, Mr. Catface. Oh right, okay, that's interesting. Hello, Come Fly With Me Simulations, nice to see you. Gosh, quite the rate of descent we suddenly have. Let's let's get our speed brakes retracted. So it's really not following the speed constraints at all. This is what I was saying about the VNAV aspects not working yet. We want to be no faster than 220 at this stage. Oh, thanks, Come Fly With Me, appreciate it. No, we're coming from Dublin to Heathrow, Ernestina. Which version would I recommend, standard or premium? It depends which airports you want. I wouldn't buy the premium just for the aircraft, because they're not very good. But if you want the additional hand-built airports, then it's worth it. So there's no one answer that's right for everyone, unfortunately. Right, so passing 10,000 feet, we'll turn the landing lights on. I'll try my best not to, Mr. Catface. There was someone earlier asking exactly the opposite.
Speedbird 418 fully established, runway 27.
So I've heard that you're not supposed to use voice on the Unicom frequency. I don't really understand why not. A lot of people do, and I would much rather use voice, but I'm going to use the text, which is, you know, apparently it spreads further. So what we'll do now is we'll make sure that, I don't think it is yet, we'll activate the approach phase because that'll keep us below 220, should do. And then we'll be able to extend our flaps on schedule when we need to. So I'm going to tell them passing Bovingdon to land 27 right, 7,000 feet. Yeah, that's a good shout actually, Dave. And we can continue our descent to 6,000 feet now. London looks pretty good, doesn't it? And yeah, Lego Mind. Yes, I think you're not alone in waiting for that Xbox version.
1006 set.
1006 set. Passing 6,100.
No, you're right, Jason.
Now.
Check.
So if we put it back in managed speed, it'll take us down to our green dot speed. Hello Wilma and Vilma, and hello Hossam. Nice to see you both here. Now I'm going to have to ask you to forgive me because I might not see the chat because I'm going to start concentrating now. I'll try. Yeah, transition level was... No, I think you're right. I think it was 7,000. Yeah, flight level 70 transition level. Can I just teach you how to download this game? Just go to the Xbox Store or Steam and buy it. But as someone said, best option to try it out is get a Microsoft Game Pass trial, and then you can play it for $1 for a month, I think, or it might be $5. Is it hard to play? It takes a bit of practice. I wouldn't say it's hard. If you've never flown a flight simulator before, there's a bit of a learning curve, but there are some lessons included to get you underway. I've just told you, Lego Mind, how you can get the game. Go to the Xbox Store or Steam.
Speedbird 418, vacated runway 27 right. Harry 105, Heathrow traffic on final runway 27 right.
Okay, so we can go down to 3,500 now.
Heathrow traffic, con 024 is on approach 27 right.
No, you can't get it on Xbox yet. It's a PC only title. It will be coming out on Xbox, but no, it's on a PC, Lego Mind. I think they'll update the jetways to work. It's because they're those 2-axis ones which aren't supported by the SDK.
Heathrow traffic centre 46 Golf vacated via Alpha Bravo 11.
Yeah, this plane is not slowing down as it should. I would be very pleased, Rob. I'd be very pleased. Yes, I heard the Trondheim jetways work now, so yeah, that's encouraging, isn't it?
Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Baro ref.
1009 set.
1009 set. Minimum. Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
It's overshot the localizer somewhat, but hopefully it'll get back on track.
Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you too.
You're down.
Yeah, it used to be better than this at capturing the localizer, didn't it? Oh well, we'll just fly manually for a little bit.
Checked.
Right, I'm going to ignore you in the chat just until we're down on the ground because I've got to concentrate, but I will catch up, I promise. As soon as we're parked at a gate, I'll catch up on your messages.
Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
And I'm extending all my flaps quite early because I can see at least 2 aircraft on final ahead of us and I don't want to go around.
Flaps full.
Speed checked.
Flaps full.
Cabin crew, be seated for landing.
Yes, it costs money, Lego Mind. I'm going to block you now because you keep asking the same questions over and over again. Yeah, it's true. You did tell him how he could get it for free. Gosh, quite a strong crosswind, much stronger than the ATIS was suggesting it would be.
Checked.
Heathrow traffic at 3105 vacating runway 27 right via Alpha Bravo 11, proceeding to Terminal 5.
That aircraft looks very, very close. And very, very slow. I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM because I don't want to go around. It's very hard at a busy airport when there's no air traffic control.
Minimum 300.
Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Low.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete.
Oh, you know what this is? It's my dodgy
Continue.
joystick axis. That's why I'm suddenly yawing all over the place.
40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Yeah, that wasn't bad, was it? That wasn't bad. Alright, 70 knots.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign.
And we'll vacate to the left.
This will be your indication that it is safe to move around the cabin, gather your belongings and disembark. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and we hope to see you once again on a future flight. Thank you.
Right, we'll taxi to Terminal 5, to a gate, and then I will catch up on all the messages I've missed. But for now, welcome to Heathrow, everybody. Yeah, the night lighting add-on is good, isn't it? I'd forgotten about that. Thank you for the 9.78 score. Come fly with me. Can I ask how I lost the 0.22? No, I don't use any reshade. Dave, no problem at all. Nice to have you here, and hope to see you again. Thank you, Mr. Catface. Yeah, that was good. That more than made up for the slightly dodgy takeoff. Thank you, LD. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I did too. And before everyone logs off, I'm just going to post those links again if people do want to donate to the Irish Air Ambulance charity, which was, of course, the reason for this flight. There it is for you, YouTube lot. And there it is for you, Twitch lot. But as I say, I'll talk to you properly when we're parked up. And we should probably do the after landing checklist, shouldn't we?
After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Don't forget to turn your radar off after you land, folks.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, isn't it, Francisco? You know, I'm going to risk connecting to VATSIM again, just so we have a bit of traffic. I say risk because it's a little bit dodgy to do when you're not parked at a gate. But we're alright. No worries, Jason. See you on the next one, I hope. So we're going to park at stand 509 because that's where the real aircraft parked on the flight I looked at on Flight Radar 24. Better get a bit of lighting on in the cockpit now we're on the ground. So that should be not this one but the next one if I'm not mistaken.
Taxi light off.
Right, parking brakes set. APU bleed on. Engines off. Seatbelt sign off. Beacon off. Fuel pumps off. And we'll do the parking checklist.
Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
On.
Engines.
Off.
Seatbelts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Set.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
On and in.
Parking checklist complete.
Good. So here we are, safely parked up at Heathrow. 2 good flights Heathrow to Dublin, Dublin to Heathrow, with pretty good VATSIM coverage. Pity there was no control on the approach into Heathrow, but never mind, we made it down safely. I'll give you a quick spin around the aircraft and then I'll catch up on your messages. Right, let's see, what have we got? What haven't I replied to that I understand? You're not leaving still, Ernestina. Good, 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 good. Get the peeps out. The peeps are on their way out, Mr. Catface. Dave went. I think I said goodbye to Dave. Nice landing. Thank you, David. Still waiting for Come Fly With Me simulation to explain the missing 0.22 out of 10 that was wrong with the landing. Something about tea drinking. Good. Yes, and then all the stuff about it being free. What have I missed before that? Something. I'm sure Phil is going to do Christmas stuff. Might not be able to wish him. Yeah, indeed. I appreciated the Merry Christmas greetings. That was nice. Microsoft. Oh yes, this was that guy who kept banging on about getting it for free. Oh, Ernestina, you have a PS5. It's a shame. You don't have a PC as well. If you're still here. Yeah, so it's available for PC for those of you unaware, and it will be available for Xbox. There was a lot of Xbox chat that might have confused some people. But anyway, I'm going to thank whoever that was. K1 Exile, thank you for the follow. I'm going to call it a day there. I hope you've enjoyed those flights. Do please donate to the Irish Community Rapid Response if you're able to. It's a worthy cause. Thank you very much for being with me, particularly all those of you who have been here for the whole thing. It's been a long afternoon. But it's been fun. My next stream will probably be on Tuesday, the day after tomorrow. But until then, I wish you a very enjoyable rest of your Sunday. And thanks very much again for watching here on Philbert Flies. Take care. Bye-bye.